Yo, what's up, Lennon? Bro, Spurs fan over here. What's good, brother? Ugh, give me 1 second. I gotta put my cam on. I was gonna spare you guys watching me eat a breakfast sandwich, but I'm awake. I'm alive. I'm not dead. What's up, everybody? Welcome to TMPG. I'm, of course, your humble host, Thunder. And I am still alive. You've caught me at breakfast time. I've been waiting to catch you live. Yes, my bad. I've been on vacation. I've been off for most of the month. And when I say I have been sleeping, I have been, drinking a light amount of booze, smoking a few cigars, and then sleeping, and then drinking a light amount of booze, smoking a few cigars, and then sleeping, and rinsing and repeating and rinsing and repeating and rinsing and repeating. Maybe a little video games, but barely any. For the better part, for the better part of 2 weeks now. It's been fantastic. What an amazing vacation. Super bummed about my Pistons, obviously, but we'll get quiet in the off season and we'll retool and we'll be ready to go. We're getting quiet. No, I don't. We could get quiet though for a year. That'd be great. I would love that. Anyways, what? Excuse me. Today we're going to check all the boxes. That's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing in the city. We're going to check it. Ooh, hold on. There we go. Bro, I've been getting sun. Look. Look. I'm like tan, kind of. Still got your Thunder for now. True. Well, Thunder are looking like it's going to be a 7-game series with San Antonio, and it's very interesting. Yeah, hello. What's up, Kyle Quick? How's it going, buddy? I'm alive, guys. Don't worry. I am alive. Okay, what was I doing? Right. Okay, focus. I got to get drunk. I got to do pie. I got to do pizza. And then I checked it before went live, and it's like, I think I can do all of them. Inside track, blackjack, run. Yeah, dude, I can do all of these. Base jump's the only one that's a little bit tricky, but I can even do that. Okay, let's start with pizza runs, I guess. Let's start by getting really drunk and then doing pizza runs. How's Cal Quick doing? Everything good? Apologies, everybody. I've been really leaning. You can hear it in my throat, my voice, Yeah, Knicks are in the finals, dude. Listen, San Antonio, OKC. Who gives a shit? Honestly, I'm a Thunder fan, I guess. So go Thunder. But like, my Pistons weren't in it this year, so I haven't connected to the Thunder at all. Do you know what I mean? Like, by virtue of my Pistons being in the playoffs this year and making a bit of a run of it, I hadn't really attached to the Thunder that hard this year, so I'm not that invested in them winning another one. I guess I want the Thunder to come out of the West, but even if San Antonio did, I think either one of those teams runs New York over. I don't think the Knicks are ready to win a championship. I'd be rooting heavily against the Knicks regardless of who comes out of the West. I will say this, I think Detroit would have given New York a way better series. I don't think anybody can argue that. I mean, maybe some haters could argue that if they wanted to be haters, but I mean, Cleveland, what the fuck were you doing? Cleveland shouldn't have got past Detroit. If the league didn't want Detroit to lose, and the refs weren't in on it, and fucking the whole system wasn't set up for failure for my Pistons, we'd have gotten to New York. But the problem is, the NBA knows that we can beat New York, and they don't want New York to get beat. That's the only big market still in here. Cleveland's not a big market. Detroit's not a big market. San Antonio's not a big market. Oklahoma City's not a big market. They need a big market in this NBA Finals by any means necessary. Well, they got one. Cool. Now the NBA Finals is going to be a sweep because the West is so goddamn strong that, like, if you think the Knicks are going to do anything to San Antonio or OKC, you're delusional, is how I feel. They just gave up. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so I need to grab alcohol. I'll grab 20 of these, and we'll do the pizza runs drunk. We got two birds, one stone, right? We're going to do some drunk pizza runs. It did seem like they were pretty balanced games, even when the lead was extraordinary. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's if that makes sense. Like, one team would get out to a huge lead, and then the game would be close. Like, it'd be, once the lead was established, it feels like the game would be really close for the rest of the game. I'm never going to believe in a team that has shooting guards and small forwards that are white. I know that's making it a race thing, and I don't mean to be that divisive, but like honestly, in basketball, if you're 3-and-D guys, your clamps, your 3-and-D guys, your wings are white boys who can't play D and are spotty from 3. It's like, what are we doing? You better be lights out from 3 if you're going to be spotty at D. And I know that Wade guy did his best against Cade Cunningham, and people are impressed with his defense and his feet movement, whatever. At the end of the day, he's still a white boy on the wing. And like I said 2-3 weeks ago, last time I recorded, it's like having white cornerbacks in football. It's like you don't do that. I get that there's some shooters out there, white boy shooters out there that are, in a pinch. That is annoying. That are in a pinch, good, plus minus guys or whatever. But bro, you don't want them on the edges of your defense. Problem is on defense when you spread out shooting guard here, small forward here, like that's the first line of defense, help over defense. And it's like, dude, if you have white boys there, and that's what Cleveland has. I mean, they Donovan Mitchell, who doesn't want to play defense because he's too exhausted from doing all the offense. And then Harden, who's never played defense in a stick in his life. And then behind them, you got two white boys, dude. I don't know. Same problem Boston had. Boston, for the first time, had white boys at those positions, dude. It's like, yeah, we get it. All those boys can shoot, but when you go to the other side of the floor, you're help over some white boy with slow feet? What are we doing? San Antonio's help overs are a bunch of young stud guards. They have like 25 of them. OKC, their help over is a Caruso, but he's the exception to that white boy rule. And it's a Carson Wallace or whatever his name is. It's a fucking JW. It's a Isaiah Joe. It's a these are the brothers. In New York, it's a Josh Hart. It's an Anunoby. It's a Miles Bridges. These motherfuckers, these are brothers. At the positions I'm talking about, you can't afford to have white boys there, is what I'm saying. It's like having white CBs. It's like, what? Are you even trying to win? You're not even trying to win. It's basketball, bro. Athleticism is still a big part of the game, dude. The Warriors got everybody fucked up thinking all you need to do is be able to shoot threes. It's like, no, dude. The Warriors were athletic as fuck, dude. That second unit for Golden State back when they were winning championships, just shooting threes in parentheses. That second unit was Iguodala. It was Sean Livingston. It was brothers that could move their feet and clamp up, dude. Getting away with everything? Yeah, well, I mean, listen, Wemby's going to cover a lot of problems, for sure. You got to give at least one of those games to Wemby. I think the second one. Because Wemby was all his imprint was all over that motherfucker that second. And I never want to give Wemby his flowers, but his fingerprint was all over that second win for them, which admittedly only watched half of the highlights. Because honestly, like once the Pistons got knocked out, I've been watching the highlights because I like watching Cavs lose. Because I'm like, yeah, fuck, these guys are not actually fucking good. So I guess I was rooting for the Knicks. Ugh. But yeah, the second win was like fully Wemby, dude. Yeah, 100%. So it's interesting. I think we're in agreement, though, Kyle. Either one of those teams mollywops the fuck out of the Knicks. I just don't see it being a series either way. So I'm not that excited about it. I don't know. Yeah. In my head, I'm going, how is San Antonio and OKC not the finals? Because that's for sure the two best teams left in this thing. You know what I mean? You'll take the Knicks over the Spurs. Interesting. Uh, I'm trying to think who I'd be upset. I'd be upset because the Knicks fans are the most annoying fans in the fucking world, other than maybe Yankees and Lakers fans. Um, so that would annoy the shit out of me if the Knicks won a championship. And then player wise, I don't want to see Karl Anthony Towns get a fucking ring, even though he's been playing really good. I can't pretend like he's not been playing good. It's just that guy. He looks like he's built with spare parts. He runs around like a fucking goof, dude. It would be yet another person that left Minnesota and got a ring. The Kevin Garnett's and the, I mean, Chauncey, I think Billups even played for Minnesota maybe for like 5 seconds before he went to the Pistons so many teams later. But the amount of players that leave Minnesota and get a championship, like, I don't want Cat added to that list. I'm not as sold on the Spurs. Is that right? See, I think the Spurs have problems for. I think the Spurs have problems for the best version in New York. And the best version in New York is the one where Robinson's in there crashing the boards, and he can't crash boards and give Brunson giant screens. When Wemby's out there, because Wemby could just stop at the 3-point line and shoot the three. And you don't want to put Cat in there versus Wemby because Cat would get abused by Wemby. That's how I feel. Cat doesn't play defense. And Karl Anthony Towns will also crybaby for a call. He's a big crybaby. He loves to crybaby for a call. And Wemby gets away, like to your point, Wemby gets away with shit. So Wemby's going to be getting away with shit, and Cat's going to be crying like a bitch, and then Brunson's going to be like, what the fuck? I got nobody. Who's going to help me win this series? Not to mention, you're going to have like 5 or 6 different guards that they can switch out on Brunson, possession to possession. It's like any one of their 4 other guys besides Wemby can guard him. Oh, darn, one guy, Harper's in foul trouble. Cool, that just leaves fucking Fox and Castle and Vassell and fucking Bryant and Harrison Barnes, and I'm just like naming all the guys on the Spurs, but you get what I'm saying. They have so many guys they can feed to Brunson. Brunson's never going to get a look in that series without a lot of fucking work, just given the amount of young guards they have to put on him. Shark rounds. It'll be shark rounds for fucking Brunson the whole way through. Yeah, that's how I feel too, Lennon. That's how I feel. You think Cat's impulse to step out and shoot that three will outweigh any concern he has with Wemby? Bro, I think the worst version of Karl Anthony Towns is the one where he sits at the 3-point line and shoots threes, which is what they'd be asking him to do against Wemby. If he starts going off the dribble, Wemby will get away with murder defending him, and then Karl Anthony Towns will cry like a bitch. Now, if Cat has one of those games where he's hitting from 3, yeah, that presents a real problem for San Antonio. But otherwise, Anunoby is interesting. Anunoby's a nice piece for New York that I guess I'm not really thinking about. That presents a problem. Because who's guarding Anunoby? They don't got anybody big to guard Anunoby, unless they go twin bigs. True, I did say that. Yeah, I did. I do feel like it. Well, listen, it's been 4 games and it's even Steven, dude. I think the refs really like. I think the refs really like San Antonio. I think the Wemby of it is a really good story. So I think the league likes the Wemby of it, whatever that means. I'm not a full blown conspiracy guy that thinks the league's all predetermined and like, fixed and shit. But I do think the league takes opportunities to help itself, which is basically like saying it's fixed. But I don't think it's fully fixed. I just think they take opportunities to help themselves. And I think it really helps the league to have a Wemby, a new young superstar, right as their LeBron is starting to fade. to have a new young superstar in the title picture really does help the NBA. So I think there's a interest in the front office and in the NBA as a whole for Wemby to have success. So I think OKC is riding that title wave and doing their very best to swim through it and get to the championship round. But I'm not surprised that calls are going San Antonio's way and the series is tied after 4 games. Cat would run the offense from the point guard spot. Interesting. But then San Antonio, with their youth and enthusiasm, just plays passing lanes. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I keep monologuing and driving past my stop. Knicks are playing actual basketball right now. Yeah, they're playing actual basketball right now. Everybody's touching the ball. They're playing for one another and yada, 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 yada. I don't have a whole lot of reasons to hate the Knicks other than Karl-Anthony Towns is a goof. Karl-Anthony Towns is a goober, and Brunson's exactly the kind of player I don't like. Because for all the shade that SGA gets for, foul baiting, Brunson is equal, if not worse, at that exact same thing. And nobody goes, oh, he's a hero. Everybody treats him like he's a goddamn hero. I think calls are going at San Antonio's way, yeah, a few times. I think it's very interesting. I don't know what I would. I mean, I guess I would have wanted Detroit and OKC. I don't know what I really want. I know I'm disappointed by the end of these playoffs, and that's whatever. That's just me. Why defend OKC for 10K views when you can slander for 1 million? This is my point. Wemby's such an attraction that, I think there is in the media, in the front office of the NBA. Like I said, I don't think the NBA is fixed, but I do think they have their favorites. And Wemby is their favorite right now because everybody knows who Wemby is. Do you know what I mean? He's an attraction. So there's that part of it where I'm like, okay, dude, it's clear that the league really likes San Antonio from the Wemby of it, and from the puff piece portion that they can put on the news all day long, all over Instagram. Oh, look at Tim Duncan and Popovich after he had his stroke or whatever, and he's been doing rehab with him every day. Duncan's doing rehab with Popovich every day, and this is still Popovich's team. And let's put a camera on him while he's sitting up in a box just trying to watch the game and talk with his former player who he's actually really close with in real life, and let's put a camera in their face. But Wemby, but Popovich and his stroke, and Duncan's been with Popovich every day, and puff piece, puff piece, puff piece, puff piece, puff piece. I mean, Popovich has become the Taylor Swift of this series. It's like, okay, we get it. Popovich is up in the box. Oh, Popovich didn't like that play. Okay, we get it. Popovich is there. It's cool. Next. It's like you can see how slanted they are. You can see how they're aiming towards San Antonio. Like, no, San Antonio. Guys, San Antonio, Wemby. Remember Wemby? He's a freak athlete. Once in a generation. Popovich. Remember how great of a coach Popovich is? Look, post-stroke, look, he's like hobbling around the box up here. Quick, get a camera on him. It just feels like the whole thing, it feels like it's hard probably for you to see, Landon, because you're actually a Spurs fan. But, bro, they're leaning in your guys' way. Wemby rocked a guy with an elbow in the head. Draymond Green does that, he's out for the rest of the playoffs. Wemby gets a 1-game suspension? You don't think he should have been suspended for the elbow? What are you, Lennon? You're smelling your own farts. What are you talking about? That's crazy. That was a frustration, malice elbow, dude. There's nothing but bad intentions on that elbow. He was literally like, fuck this guy, and wham! What? 0 suspensions, 0 fines. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we talking about? That's their boy. That's their boy right now. They've chosen their next boy right now, dude. He's good for the European optics, for the it's a world game optics, because he's from France. No, I said he should have. Okay, I was like, bro, because that did I read that wrong? Should have been suspended. Okay, my fault. I read that wrong. That's my bad. I'm like, Lennon, that is smelling the farts, bro. I was like, what are you talking? Yeah, because like, what are we doing, dude? Like in those small moments, you just got to look at it and go, okay, why? Oh, because they like San Antonio. San Antonio plays. Because while this NBA Finals will probably have some really bad ratings in the States, I bet you it's going to have pretty high ratings in France. I bet you it's going to have pretty high ratings in the European markets, just given that he's a European player leading a team that's, been historically pretty good with the foreign players, from the Ginobilis to the Tony Parkers to the, do you know what I mean? Like, they've always been pretty good in that regard. Like, Popovich has always been real eager. Actually, back then it was Presti. Presti was always real eager to grab those foreign kids. And Popovich is always really eager to have a, fully realized basketball player on his roster, which is usually the case when you get a foreign player. But AJ Wallace got into a Chevy match versus the Warriors and got a game. That's what I'm saying. Like, in these small moments, in these small examples, guys, is what I'm saying. Seems like they want San Antonio. San Antonio and New York could be interesting, I guess. I think there's history there. Is there history there? One of Tim Duncan and David Robinson's Spurs championships was over the Knicks, wasn't it? Am I crazy? Maybe on the shortened season? On the 53-game season that happened like in the Nintendo 64 era. Because I think I had that year's basketball game. It was like an NBA Live basketball game on the Nintendo 64. And I think it was a 53-game season. Or was that San Antonio and New Jersey? Was that the Nets? I'm trying to remember who the fuck that was. Anyways, is there some rivalry with the Spurs and the Knicks as far as playoffs go? Or finals go or something? I know the Knicks got to the finals once against Jordan. Did they? I don't even know. I know it's been a fucking long time since the Knicks were anywhere near a championship. I get that. That'll be good for the Knicks if they win it, but I don't think they're going to win it. I just don't see the Knicks beating either of the teams in the West. Of course, I didn't see Cleveland giving my Pistons a problem, and that fucking clearly happened, but we know the fix was in on that as well. Beyond NBA wanting Wemby, yeah. Well, NBA has never wanted OKC. That's just like one of these smallest markets. I mean, I know they're fucking rabid fans in Oklahoma City, but that's cool. That's like literally the whole town. The whole town comes to the game, and then the stadium fills up. It's like, okay, cool, dude. That's not a fan base. They don't have a big fan base. They just don't. It's like, dude, who are you kidding? But we've had so many sellouts and blah, blah, blah. It's the only game in town. They don't even have a movie theater in that fucking city. No, they have a movie theater in that city, but I'm saying, like, they're not a big enough team. The NBA for sure doesn't want that team to be the champion. It's not a good draw. I do agree on the NBA favoring the Spurs from views, but maybe it's my bias, but I don't believe calls are going Spurs. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a full fix, but I'm saying after the fact when they're like assessing a, technical or a flagrant, and they're looking at, say, an elbow from Wemby, and they're going, okay, plus minus, what's the, how bad is this going to hurt us if we put him out for a game? It's like, dude, of course they're not giving him an actual suspension. Like, front office wise, they're gonna fudge some stuff up. League wise, they're gonna fudge. I'm not saying that like they're calling the refs before the game, going, make sure that the Spurs win this one. It's not predetermined. I'll never go that far. But all the other stuff, it's like, come on, dude, what are we talking about? This is okay though. Or OKC though is such an exhausting narrative in my opinion. Yeah, it's like, dude, there's a way to stop SGA, and it's not to cry to the refs about the whistles he's getting. There's a way to stop him. There's a way to stop everybody. The way he falls. Well, bro, you want to talk about the newest thing I was seeing on Instagram was like his shooting form. He shouldn't be able to change his shooting form. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Dirk Nowitzki spent summers learning to fall away and hit a jumper. We're going to take shots at. We're taking shots at Dirk now. Dirk learned to shoot off of 1 foot. Why? Because with falling backwards off that 1 foot, he had enough space to get his jump shot off, no matter how good the defense was. He practiced that all fucking summer, so he could hit that shot. You don't think SGA practices the fall forward jumper and the jump to the side jumper and all the different variations of the shots he takes when he feels contact? Like, I'm not trying. Don't put me in a spot where I got to defend a floppy free throw merchant, because I hate these fucking guys. But stop it. To act like there's no skill to that. To act like that's some cheap bullshit. It's not cheap bullshit. Now Hardy has to work to get those fucking floppy bullshit whistles to get blown, dude. Yeah. Reggie Miller used to do that. Reggie Miller used to put his leg out. He'd shoot and he'd kick his leg out so that the defender would run into his leg and spin him around. Like, this is commonplace. It's so fucking common, dude. It's like, oh, he's the only person to ever do it at this level. Like, no, dude, there's been so many fucking... This is such a common thing in basketball. There's a lot of motherfuckers in the hills right now. I don't know. I just know that next year there's 3 people they're talking about for us in Detroit. If I can talk about Detroit for a second. First person they're talking about is like a Stewart, LeVert, Ron Holland, and a pick for Kyrie Irving to the Mavs. And I was like, no, what? No, we don't want Kyrie Irving. No. The second one, immediately I went, no, that's fucking stupid. Absolutely not. Do not do that. Do not grab Kyrie Irving. Why the fuck would we want Kyrie Irving? And then the second one was... What was the fucking second one? God damn it. Oh. Paul George for LeVert, Duncan Robinson, and a pick. And I was like, Paul George would be kind of fun. For like Duncan Robinson and some stuff. Like, not even any of our young players. But like, I'll take Paul George. I don't hate that one. Paul George and some stuff. I want MJP or MPJ, Michael Porter Jr. He's the right age for the group that we have in Detroit, and he plays the kind of basketball we need, the catch and shoot kind of basketball that I really want to see on my Pistons wing. He's not a great defender, but like he's long, he's got length. I'd love to see a Lauri Markkanen deal happen, but Lauri Markkanen is going to want long-term money, and I don't want to have to pay him long-term money, especially not sight unseen. The third one was a bit of a grab bag because it was a lot of our stuff and a lot of our players. But there is a version of a trade where we could get Kawhi. And I was like, Kawhi? Shut the front door. I'll take Kawhi. Yeah. 2 years, though. It's $60 million, but it's only 2 years. Paul George is just for the next 2 years, and then we're done with him. And we wouldn't re-up him. We'd pay for those 2 years is all. And we have the money to pay for those 2 years without really breaking ourselves, is my point. We have wiggle room. We have actual funny money, dude. But listen, if it's between those 3, and there's other names. Obviously, there's been other names. But those are the 3 where there's actual contract deals with like certain players and picks that could work out, like financially work out, like in a trade machine scenario. I would go Kawhi. Give me Kawhi for a year because Kawhi has 1 year left on his deal. Like, give me Kawhi for 1 season. Done. At like a $50 million price tag. Done. Give me Kawhi for $50 million for 1 season. Let me just see. Let's run it back. Just add Kawhi. Let's run it back. That's what I would want to do. No long-term investment. No giving up a ton of guys. Just Kawhi and a lot of money, dude. Or we buy Kevin Durant. He's free right now. He's literally free right now. Kawhi's Durant's free agent this summer, is what they're saying. Is that true? Hold on, I didn't read your comment. I just can't get behind him falling while untouched, hooking his arms on the defender. Bro, you don't think people have hooked their arms on defenders before, Landon? Come on, brother. That's not new, dude. That's very not new. I just can't stand how he plays. Again, maybe my bias. That's probably your bias. But bro, I don't like how he plays. Honestly, I don't like how he plays when he's on my team, Lennon. So imagine having the best player on your team be one of those guys that's like, ah. But yeah, that's my summer. My summer's going to be trying to find a way to will Kawhi Leonard to the Pistons or Paul George. I take the Paul George as a fallback, as a secondary idea plan strategy. I'll take Paul George. I think there's still some juice in Paul George with the right team. Keep Tobias Harris and Paul George, dude. Play Paul at the 3 and actually play him at the 3.
Oops, sorry.
Yep, you're good. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying, Lennon, is every possession, Luka's trying to do that. Every possession, Cade's trying to do that. Every possession, Brunson's trying to do that. Every possession, fucking, there's a handful more. I'm dead. Every possession, Harden is doing some version of that. Every possession, like all the big players in the league right now are all doing some version of that right now. The idea that that's why they're winning games too is actually crazy because that they're winning games because that team's 15 good players deep. Because that team's been drafting like gods for the last 10 years and have so much draft capital and so many pieces, young pieces, that they're not paying big money to, that they can go literally 15 players deep and not lose a step. Like he's just the new version of whatever it is. You have LeBron literally saying SGA is on Giannis level of offensive impact. He is. He just doesn't do it exactly the same way, but yeah, he is. Yeah, he is a walking, but like let's not pretend like he can't score without whistles. The guy can shoot. The guy can score. The guy can get where he wants to get on the court. I'm not saying I like, bro. He's on one of my teams that I'm supposed to be like a fan of and whatever. I don't even like him. I don't like the way SGA plays. I'm with you. I understand. I listen. I'm defending him, but like I'm with you. I don't like the way he plays either. I don't like that kind of ticky tack iso ball shit that he does. But let's not pretend like that's why they're winning games. There's that team has so much talent on it. It's dumb. And the defense is fantastic. When they lock in, when Crusoe and whoever gets out there and they lock in, oh, dude. I just hate how they play. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm with you then because I hate how half the league plays too. I'll do the list again: the Hardens, the Lucas, the the SGA's, the Brunsons, the Cade Cunningham. I mean, listen, it it has its value though. In that moment, at the end of the game, when you need that guy to just give me the ball, get out of the way. Having that guy is, I mean, these teams that these players that we're naming are all on teams that are relatively successful because they have that guy that can just like, hey, give me the ball, I'll go get us a bucket. You know what I mean? Or I'll go get us a whistle. To your point with SGA, I mean, with Cade, with Luca, with Harden, with the list goes on and on and on. I mean, I guess the question becomes, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the guy that reacts to the contact, or the guy that just puts his shoulder down, bumps the guy till he literally falls over, then goes, "Oh, look, I'm wide open," and lays it in? Which one do you prefer? Or the guy like your Jaylen Brown in Boston, who lowers his shoulder to create the contact, to move the defender off him enough for him to step back and hit that midi that he's learned to hit over the last year and a half. Where Jaylen Brown used to go into the middle of the paint and be lost, and you could get that ball. It's like, oh shit, he's lost. He's in the middle of the paint. Cool. Everybody attack his dribble hand. He's going to cough the ball up. No, now instead of that, in lieu of coughing the ball up in that situation, he just like literally throws his shoulder into his defender, like fucking tackles him, and then goes, "Oh, cool. Oh, you fell over. Fade away." It's like, how is that any better? That's like reverse foul baiting. It's like, no, you're causing a foul. That's an offensive foul in every generation but this one. Watch how many times San Antonio does that, by the way. Your boys love doing that. Your Bryants and your Castles and your Vassals and your fucking De'Aaron Foxes, they all go bombing into the lane with their shoulder down, looking to fucking shoulder cross tackle somebody. And then the second the defender takes that contact and has to react to it, they either force the shot up, or if the defender's good enough to stay with it after the contact, they throw some nonsense up and, oh, look at Wemby, grabs that from 50 feet away. It's like, okay, cool, dude. That's no better than the fucking foul baiting shit, though, to be fair. And that's 3 times as fucking problematic. Every team has 4 or 5 of those guys. So it's like, what are we doing, you know? Yeah. Where's the media coverage on that, dude? Well, because nobody knows who Castle is. That's the bottom line is. Jaylen Brown literally got ejected for crashing out about it. Oh, is that right? Yeah, you're not allowed to hand check anymore, right? That used to be a thing. You used to be able to just literally put your hand on somebody, like on their hip, and be like, "You're right here, motherfucker. You're not going anywhere." So while I don't disagree with you about SGA, Lennon, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying if we want to start pulling those strings, there's a lot of fucking different strings. I want the fucking shoulder dropping guys to get the fuck out of there, knock that off. That's an offensive foul. I want the fucking the foul baiter. I did this after I shot the ball, so the refs could notice that I got touched barely on the wrist, and now that's a foul, guys. I need those guys to stop. I need a lot of different guys to stop, dude. Oh. Yeah. I think you put back hand checking. I would like 2 changes. The first change, I want the 3-point line to be its natural arc out of bounds. I don't want there to be corner threes anymore. I don't think they should exist. If you want to stretch your team out and create space for your fucking drive to the rim scores, your ball dominant scores, cool. Those guys in the corner are 2 points if you kick it to them. It should be 2 points if you kick it to them. I think the natural line of the 3-point line, how it stops and goes straight down on the sidelines, I hate that. I think it should go straight out of bounds. I think the corner 3 should be non-existent. I think it should be completely gone. Second thing I would do is I'd put it back in hand checking. Hand checking would do a lot to stop the shoulder dropping people, because the shoulder dropping guys, like if you have your hand on their hip, if when they go to drop that shoulder, it's unnatural, and you can keep keep a comfortable enough distance to still be able to react when they go up with their shot. And the contact of the shoulder itself doesn't put you so far back that you can't get back to defend. You know what I'm saying? Also, for those fucking free throw merchants, when you have your hand that far in, it gives them an opportunity to try and hook your hand, and that gives it's a very clear visual for the refs to be like, yo, you're trying to hook his arm because he's got his hand on you. Like, yeah, he's allowed to have his hand on me. His hand checking's allowed. Like, yeah, cool, he's got his hand on me. Now I'm going to try and, like, it makes those attempts to hook arms and stuff look way more obvious on the offensive person's side, which would help them go, hey, knock that shit off, dude. We're not calling that tonight. Why is this wolf running into this wall? That's what I would do. That's how I would fix the league. No corner threes. Hand checking's allowed. Castle's on. Dort's slick with it, though. I just want to make that. Yeah, no, listen. They're both real slick with it, dude. Castle's, going to get as good as Dort eventually. Just give him a couple more years. Okay. Drops his shoulder and tries to tuck and hugs nonstop. Yeah. Yeah, the truck. That's what it's called. In football, it's called the truck. The fucking truck offensive that everybody's running. I hate the truck offense. That's what I hate. That shit needs to go away immediately. That's just so stupid. It's not. I don't know. You're not in your bag when you're doing that. It's like, oh, look at this guy. He's like, no, you're just lowering your shoulder. It's the lowest level of offense. Well, if people would plant their feet and take that hit, it's like, yeah, since the LeBron days, people have not been able to get that call. I blame the truck on LeBron, by the way. It started with him. What was LeBron's lasting impact on the game of basketball? Well, for starters, the truck. We'll start with that, where he just fucking runs people over. And then a response to that was, well, LeBron's our guy, so let's see. We're not calling offensive fouls anymore. You can't plant your feet, take that hit, and get the possession. They won't call that anymore. You look at old school basketball, and I watch a fair amount of old school basketball. You go back to the fucking 80s and watch some old school basketball. The amount of offensive foul calls, like 6 or 7 a half in an old school game. I have a bunch of old school games on DVD. Like I keep mentioning this. I have the Pistons 88-89 championship run. So I have the Eastern Conference Finals, all 6 games against the Bulls. And then I have the 5 games against the Lakers. I think we might have swept them, or like gentlemanly swept them, because Magic got hurt and then we just dominated them. But I have all those games. So when I watch one of those games, I find so remarkable is, Dennis Rodman made a career out of it. Rodman would get up under a motherfucker. He'd get up under him. He'd get up under somebody, and then that motherfucker would try and make a move in a forward direction, and Rodman would be like, my feet are planted. Watch this. Ref's going to call the whistle, and offensive foul. And he'd jump up, and he'd go, yeah! And he'd get so excited about causing an offensive foul just by putting his body on the line. It's like, you can't do that anymore. Rodman would get fouled out in like 10 minutes now. You can't get an offensive foul. The ref won't blow that whistle. And that's part of the league, and that's part of the league going like, we're going in a different direction. So I blame the league for the truck. The whole truck thing is the league's fault. I don't know why DW keeps hitting my phone up. What the fuck is that about? That's weird. The Knicks are in the NBA Finals. What do we do? Yeah, yeah. Kenny Atkins, bro, with his, analytically, I just think we won this. I think we won this series. It's like, okay, yeah, no, yeah. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do think we won this series. Fucking dum dum. Kind of nonsense. I want what he's smoking, dude. Honestly. What kind of absolute nonsense, dude? Go Spurs, go! All right, bud. Have fun at work, Lennon. Have a good night or day, whatever it is for you. Where's my moped? Oh, there it is. What? How many was that? Was that two? That's two. I need to do one more. Okay. Start the third shift at the Pizza This. Yeah, I didn't even watch the highlights of Game 4. I watched the first half of the highlights and I was like, I don't know. Couldn't be bothered. I'm on vacation. I don't know. I don't know what you want from me. You know. OKC in New York would. It would not be a series. There's no way. Oh, sorry, Bubba. SGA versus Brunson. I mean, the two best examples of the new school of basketball. Would be kind of funny though. And San Antonio not be. I mean, I want San Antonio for Lennon. That'd be fucking great for Lennon. He'd be super stoked, I'm sure. But I also don't want that. You'd think, right? You'd think OKC would steamroll New York. Wouldn't even be a contest. But San Antonio and New York's like, dude, I want San Antonio on some level for Lennon because I think that'd be cool for him. But I also don't want to see New York versus San Antonio. I don't know why. I mean, I don't want to see any of these three teams, dude. I mean, I want to see OKC, I guess, if my Pistons aren't in it. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking Paul George now, dude. I'm thinking we probably go the Paul George route. We'd want Kawhi. We're not going to get Kawhi. We're not a destination like that. A Michael Porter Jr. or a Paul George would be really nice as an addition for my Pistons this offseason. It'd be an incredible addition. It'd be like a real step in the right direction if we got one of those two guys. Also, I don't know why Philadelphia wouldn't re-sign Paul George. George played great for them down the stretch, dude. I don't know. Don't do it. Jesus. People are driving like jackasses today, bro. For real, for real. 54. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't have like a huge deal. Paul George is guaranteed one more year. Oh, okay, so it would be a trade thing. It would be a trade thing. Okay, yeah, yeah. But if we're gonna add a piece, let's just add like I like the idea of the 1 year piece. Like the problem with a Michael Porter Jr. or like a Laurie Markkinen or some of these other names I've heard and seen out there, it's like I don't want some long term shit. I want to try somebody out. If we like them, we re-sign them, type shit. If we like them and they like us, we re-sign them, type shit. I don't like this idea of getting locked in on somebody for multiple years that may or may not work out. It's 56. Okay, so like 100 million over 2 years, basically. We got that kind of wiggle room. I think we have that kind of. Oh no! What did we mess up on the order? Oh, they didn't. They didn't want. They didn't want the extra cheese. God dang it! I knew they didn't want. It's too much cheese. It's too goddamn much cheese, dude. That guy has his mic going through his fucking headphones, through his fucking speakers of his television. He's got to get real headphones. The fuck is that, dude? I can hear myself. Also, that guy was not ready to RP at all. You know, that guy was like, "Oh, someone's talking to me." Like he didn't know what to do, and then he has the fucking my voice coming through speakers of his telephone or his TV or whatever, rather. Like, bro. No, but that's the deals you sign when you're really good. I mean, that's how that goes, bro. Those are the kind of deals you sign when you're really good. And then the second you're off that contract, some team gives you veteran minimum. Like Westbrook playing last year for like less than $2 million. It's like, that's how that happens. Because at the end of that deal, the last deal he had, he was on some fucking $50 million shit and wasn't playing that great. It'll course correct after he's done with his contract, the guaranteed money. I do believe in guaranteed money is important. He played really good at one point to get this deal, and it's his deal. It's the deal he's on, dude. It's like, you know, I agree. He's not worth 56, but it was worth somebody 4 or 5 years ago. It was worth 56 million to keep him happy at the rate he was playing then. So it's like, what are we talking about? Players should get paid, dude. I don't want to do that shit. You know, I agree that 56 is a lot for what Paul George can contribute right now, but I'm wholeheartedly on pay the players. I'm on team play the players regardless. So even when it really fucks me up, dude, because that does kind of fuck me up. $110 million for 2 years of Paul George is a little bit steep, actually, now that you mention it. It's like, yeah, I don't love to have to pay that, but I am still on team pay the players. Players should be making a lot more money than they make. I can be both. I can support the players and want them to get paid, and also say, "Hey, a little too rich for my blood," though. I can say both those things, right? That's fair. I'd rather take the Kawhi for 1 year. That is a lot of fucking money, though. 110 million for 2 years. Jesus. He'd be a great fit. He'd be a fantastic fit, and he can play the three. He could actually play the position he's most effective at. Azar Thompson just moved down to the two. Which honestly would give him more of a runway because we're not expecting him to step out there and shoot. We're not expecting him to kick out to Azar at the 3-point line for a 3-point shot, but we still are expecting Azar to crash the boards like he does from the corner. He'd just be doing that from the top of the key now. Imagine the running start super dunks off rebounds. He could off putback, rebound putback type scenarios for Azar Thompson with a full head of steam instead of running from the corner. Now he's running from the top of the key like a gangster. Full dunk contest, wind up, run up, whatever you want to call it. Bro, nasty, dude. We can all agree Detroit's 1 or 2 pieces away. We're very close. We got, our core is really, 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 really good. We just need a couple of pieces, man. We just need a couple pieces. We don't got to go crazy. We don't got to blow the whole damn thing up. We don't got to get nuts. We got our coach. We got our star. We got a fair amount of our depth that are going to need. We got a good amount of roster space and money, and we're going to be okay, dude. We just need a couple things. We got to make some moves. If we don't make moves, we're not running it back. Running it back is not the move. We got to make some moves. We got to do a few fucking things, but we're in a really good spot. We're going to be a competitive team for a while, I think. We're in a really fucking good spot right now. So, I'm bummed that we got knocked out of the playoffs. Obviously, I'm mourning that for a little bit. Drank heavy that night. I'll say that. But I'm very encouraged by what I'm seeing from my guys, from my organization, if you will. So, the future's bright, dude. It's hard to be super butthurt because the future's very, very, very bright. And that's exciting because we have not had a bright future for a very long time. So, it's pretty exciting to have a bright future. That was the fastest pizza run I've ever done, I think. That was so quick, that third one. All right, so now I need to group activities. I need to drink a lot more booze. I need to drink 55 more drinks. I have 15 more on my hot bar right now. I need to do a bunch of casino stuff. Where's the base jump today? That's one thing I need to find out. Where's the base jump today? There's this one. That's not it, though. I have to go to the bathroom. I have to go to the bathroom really bad. Hold on. Where the fuck is the base jump, though? All right, I'll be right here. I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty. What were we doing? Did I have a car here? Yes, I did. I actually marked something. I never mark anything. I'm gonna mark that one just because I need to know how to. What base jumps at the airport, dude? I've never done a base jump at the airport before. I'd be willing to bet I'm going to drop into like one of these parking lots. So maybe I'll do this. I bet you this is where I'm going to end up landing after the base jump. Yep. All right, so let's go up here. All right, please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. I've never done this base jump before. It'll probably be easy. Hopefully it'll be easy. Whoa. All right, well, I got a helmet on, so. Easy peasy. Just going to check all the boxes today. That's what we're doing today. We're checking all the boxes. All right. Now the question is, do I just go to the casino, get the horse tracks and the blackjack done? I probably should, right? And then just drink a bunch of drinks. And then when I'm all buzzed up, proper buzzed up, I'll go do the explosive load. Because part of me thinks I just go do the truck driving right now, but maybe I save that for the very end. It's been a really good vacation, though. I've had a great vacation. God, I am refreshed, dude. I'm ready to go back to work and grind away at it, you know? Not that work's really that much of a grind anymore because I've got pretty easy aisles at the warehouse, and it's not it's not a big ask. My job's not a big ask, but it is annoying waking up at 1 in the morning and 12:31 in the morning, and you know having that as part of my schedule of my life is kind of a bummer. So when I don't have to do it, it's nice. I'm ready to retire. Like, don't get it twisted. I would love if my money was right. I'd love to just play video games all day and just oh my god. But
Gotta give me that later back though.
Oh yeah.
the cool kids hanging out in front of the casino. The cool kids hanging outside of the casino smoking cigarettes. This guy's fucking candy caned out right there in the. That's what I call the candy cane, dude. I tell people at work when they're like, "How's your ride in today?" I saw 2 or 3 candy canes, a couple of folding chairs. That's what I call a candy cane when someone's full fit and all out, and they're like standing up, and they're half falling down. It's called a candy cane, dude. When they're fully sleeping in their own knees, like folded in half, basically, that's a folding chair. In my neighborhood, like where the warehouse is that I work at is up on the main road that like lots of homeless people, a lot of fucking sketchy behavior. I'm off in the suburbs, off of that main road into the suburbs, pretty good, where it's not so much of a thing. But like when I'm heading to work, I see a fair amount of candy canes and a couple of fucking folding chairs pretty much every day.
Oh, wow. Is that because you're Jamie Rettman representing LSN News, gambling away all your savings?
No, it's cause I'm here.
Oh, right. It's because you're here.
Not before that. That's why I told you, like I had only 10, 10, 10. I increased it, then I started 20, 20, 20. Now I'm 50, 50. You know, you need to play it smart. Because otherwise you're actually gambling. But if you put in low and you play smart, then you actually make money here.
Oh yeah, him losing everything in 3 hands. That's
Yeah,
gambling.
yeah, but that's what I mean. I worked as a blackjack dealer for 10 years.
Nice.
Yeah, but I saw so much and I learned so much, you know.
Looks like Hawaiian Shark Guy's gonna eat all of our bad cards for a hand or two.
It's an infinite shoot, Bubba. I'm not eating anybody's cards.
I like your accent. Where are you from?
Originally Pacific Northwest, but spent most of my years in Tampa, Florida.
That's
I
so
see you
Go
cool.
doing
Gators!
right there.
Hmm.
That's so cool.
So that's a unique mix of accents right
Oh,
there.
I appreciate that, dude. Hell, to make it even weirder, I
Yeah.
root for the Detroit Pistons, so I'm goddamn all over the place.
But you on the end of the table, where are you from?
Oh, fucking easy.
DC.
British Columbia, dude. All right.
No,
What
DC.
is DC?
Oh,
I thought
Washington D.C.
Washington.
Okay, my bad.
I'm from Sweden, so when you said that, I was like, what? I
No, I
thought
could
I
already
knew
tell
what
where
it
you were
was.
from.
I really like your meatballs.
How how did you know? We have our special accent, right? We
Yeah,
speak like Swedish with English words.
I rode with a biker gang for a little bit that was all Swedish dudes.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
so
that
it was pretty
obvious?
easy to pick out.
Really?
Yeah, if
Damn.
you go up north a little bit, the wolves of Valhalla, they're mostly Swedish.
Oh yeah, I know some wolves. Yeah,
Ah.
Netherlands as well. I don't know how close that is to
Yeah,
Sweden.
yeah, they're good
Yeah,
Netherlands guys.
Ah, that's not that's in Europe, but it's not here, no.
No,
yeah.
no.
Same kind of thing though. My boy Allie's in the Wolves, and he's from the Netherlands, and I'm like, yep. You do kind of sound like Allie now that I think about it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think we speak very differently though.
Oh, I'm sure there's
Like their
subtleties to it,
language
but
is totally different. They're so different. Their language is more close to like German, I would say maybe. But even then,
hmm.
they have their totally only language. Nice.
Gonna go this dirty away, this dirty cash. I'm at the high roller blackjack, so come down if you want.
Two more wins. Come on, dealer.
Alright, I got 5,000 of not coins.
One more.
Oh no.
Oof. That was really lucky.
It's an infinite shoot, dude. That's the way I look at it. It's not a 10 card shoot she's dealing with there. That goes all the way to the floor and down into the basement. It's infinite cards. So the way she can manifest a 21 out of 5 cards, all crazy like, we could do the very same thing. I mean, this is an infinite shoot. You know, if it's a,
Yeah,
if it's
truly
if it's
random numbers.
if it's a 10 card, if it's a 10 deck shoot, then yeah, maybe we're heavy on face cards, maybe we're light on face cards, but like you can't do that with an infinite shoot. I mean, anything's possible. You know what I
What's
mean? All
that?
bets are off.
Uh-huh.
It's the
You
amount of
mean
like phase cards essentially that can be dealt out. You can deal phase cards from a single hand and not affect anything.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's true.
That's why when someone goes, "Hey, you stole my card," it's like I did not steal your card. That's an infinite shoot, dude. There's a fucking there could be 50 goddamn of your card in a row. It's
Yeah,
it's
we're all
infinite, you know.
rolling dice.
I understand what you mean, yeah.
Those people drive me nuts, man. It's like shit, dude. I'm not hurting your game at all, dude. It's an infinite shoot, dude.
No, I understand you. I hope she doesn't have a 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit on it. Yeah, so I hit on 15s a lot. Makes people crazy. They go, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, "There's a chance. There's a chance. It could be. It's an infinite
You
shoot."
can hit on a 15, but it really depends on her cards, like if
Mm-hmm.
I tell you like in real life.
Yeah. I usually
If
when
her
she has a
card is
bigger card
a
than me.
ace, yeah, that's what I mean. Then you should hit. Like
Don't worry,
you're gonna
guys.
lose
Don't worry,
anyways,
guys.
otherwise.
I'm on the way.
Wait, is
Don't
that
worry,
Gucci?
guys. Yep, I'm
Oh,
here to save the
Gucci's
day.
back.
Here to take
But
all
we've
her
been
money.
winning so much, so now I'm thinking that maybe you're the
You want me to
He's a
leave?
cooler.
No, no, no.
He's a
I
cooler.
got,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No.
I got $5 to play with. What hands should I play?
Maximum 100 per game now. Maximum 100 per game.
That would be his whole
You said
thing.
you said
Why the
250.
fuck would you? No, I
250?
didn't. No. It doesn't even make sense why you would put that much. Like it's
To
so
have
unnecessary.
$5,
Yeah, and that's gonna be
and I'm gonna get fucked the first hand. Yeah,
Has
guys, I think I gotta leave again. I think I gotta go again. Just listen to play.
Okay, there I would take because you have 616.
And it's
I'm a-
soft as hell.
I'm a
It was the softest 16 ever.
Yeah, I just got tired of asking for cards.
Yep, take all the low cards all fucking buzz. Thank y'all. Love y'all so much. Like,
I think you hate us now.
most definitely.
Who was
Just
that?
hit a fucking bus,
Was
bro.
that a lion? Was that a lion?
I'm standing on 12 next time. I can't trust y'all.
Who said that he's gonna leave? And I saw no one stand up. Oh, really? You're leaving? Oh,
He had to win 2
Bye.
more, I think. That's all he had. He just had 2 wins left on his chores.
yeah, true. Aha!
Guys, I'm
I'm
already
not
down
playing
5
for
hooks
any
if I
chores.
lose this hand. It's not looking
I don't
good.
know. What happened here? Why couldn't I? Oh, let's see my chips.
Okay, I like the looks of this hand.
I'm gonna
I
sit
did
on it.
like this
I'm
hand.
sitting on
You
it.
shouldn't celebrate too early.
Split them. Split them.
Okay. Wait. Let me see so that I
Check
don't do
muscle.
wrong this time. Yeah.
There's one.
Yuck.
Okay, you're gonna break even either way.
I stand on this.
And now I
Should I
stand
stand?
on 16.
I mean, 6 is the
Yeah.
death card for her, right?
Yeah. He can
But
get
it
a 10.
depends on if she gets 2 10s. What do you think? Should I stand?
I mean, in an infinite shoot, you know, her possibilities are endless. But
I have 16, so I
Bro.
have to stand.
No.
That's the
she
one
got
thing I
exactly
can't.
17. See, this is what this.
That's
Okay.
crazy. That's crazy. That one was crazy.
Time to try to win it all back in one hand.
No, don't put 500. Gucci, why it's so unnecessary? You don't have to put so
No.
much.
Oh no,
You're gambling way too much.
I got a gambling addiction.
Yeah, I noticed.
Please don't flip it over. Thank you.
Don't do anything. Stand
I'm
there.
just gonna sit on it. Yeah.
Don't do splits or anything. No, I don't mean you. But
Oh,
like
okay. Yeah.
Gucci.
Say I won't.
Gucci.
Say I won't.
Well, you don't have enough. You don't have enough money to split. He don't got the money to split.
Yes, I do. I got 5 grand.
Oh, I thought you said that was the last of your money or whatever.
No, he meant the other guy that left.
No, that was
Ah,
me.
there we go.
It was definitely me. It was
Well.
like the last.
Yay.
Well, that was my chores. It was a nice playing with y'all. Good luck.
I'm back even, so I'm going
Nice
down to
to play
100.
with you.
Remember, infinite shoot, dude. Everything's possible. That's a nice lady. She does sound like Allie, though. It's like, oh, Sweden's totally different than the Netherlands. Okay, yeah, sure, no. To an American, though, that's like, I mean, it's like saying to someone from where she's like a Swedish person, oh, Texas is way different than Seattle. She was like, yeah, it's all America, though, right? It's all America. Like, I'm like, yeah, it's all Europe, though, right? It's all. Come on. That's just me being an ignorant American, you know.
Oh,
But-
really? I have to go see next time. Next time I have to go see that. Damn, 10K. No, I do not have, sadly. How much do I have to pay to get the VIP? How much? 50K? Oh my god. I don't have that money, man. I'm poor. I mean, yeah, maybe it is worth it. Maybe. Come on, come on. Yes, number 1.
Come on, 6. Come on, 6. Yeah, baby.
Oh. Oh man, can you give me like the 500 so I can bet? Man,
You ain't my sugar, he says. You ain't my sugar, motherfucker. That's very funny. You ain't my sugar.
Down bad, man. I only got like 2.4 right now.
I mean, I got like 2.8.
What, 2800K?
What? Yeah, 2800k. Yeah.
No, 2800K is 2.8 mil, bro.
Oh, you have 2.8 mil?
No, I got 2.4 mil. You say you got 2.8 mil.
No, no. I mean like 2,800, man.
No, I got 2.4.
You got 2.4 mil and you can't spare a 500, man. Just spare $500 for
That's
your
how I
brother, man.
No, I stay rich because I ain't giving my fucking money out. What you mean?
No, no. I mean like a 500 won't affect you, will it?
Yeah, every penny counts, bro. I work hard for my motherfucking money.
Man, okay, okay. Can I ask you how you get the money? I need a way, you know.
I'm trying to buy a jet right now.
Oh, yeah, you do need the money. So okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, I understand.
That bitch is 3.2 million.
Yes, yes, I understand. I understand.
But yeah, no, I work for Safa, bro. I pilot train.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How much
fly around,
do they pay you, man?
fly around in helicopters and shit. Shit, I make good money off of it. I can't disclose that information.
Man, why can't you? Maybe I wanna apply, you know?
Yeah, you could apply for sure, but I just can't. I'm legally obliged that I can't tell you, but I can't tell you.
Ah, I see,
I'm
I
under
see, I see.
contract.
Is it okay? Okay, I'm gonna guess a number and tell me if it's higher or lower. Okay?
No, there is no low.
I'm asking. I'm asking. Okay? Like, are you on the?
I mean, you can ask.
That's too bad, man. I just wanted to know, you know? If is it worth it? Or no, it doesn't look worth it. If it's worth it, we can help you out.
I just got $4,000. Nice. Alrighty.
I have my money, you know? I'm gonna spend it. If it's gone, it's gone, you know? If it's not, then I'm already, you know, like, I already won the 3 wins that I need, you know? I'm done, man. I'm done. You see? That's my last one. It didn't take me hour. Maybe it did, I mean, but Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, good luck. Good luck. I'm gonna go now.
I gotta drink 60 drinks, dude. I like Dead Heat Hattie a lot, but I went with questionable powers. Probably should have just gone Constant Bragg as the front runner. I need to just get wins, right? I don't know. I don't need to be in here all day. But all I have to do after this, I mean, I'm just drinking my booze right now. I'm steady working on that one right now. 38 out of 60 right now on that. That'll be easy peasy. Once I get these horse track runs, all I really have after that is an explosive load. I have to do one truck run. Three is a problem. All right, I think I got one here. 4, relax, 4. Knock it off. Thank you. Too early. Number 6 jumped out way too early. That's his second burst right there. Didn't even get to the front of the pack. God damn. Looks like 6 will present a problem at the end, at the very end, but 4 is going to be right there. 4's got it, maybe. Yep, 6 didn't have a big push in after all. Nice. Done. I'm taking painkillers because boozing this much makes my health go down. So I've actually got to heal myself while I booze at this level. So, yeah. Had to be done, though. Had to do it for the group, you know? Okay, so now we have one Ron run to do. And otherwise, we've checked every box. What a great day. Love it. The efficiency of it, you know? Like, we just... Bing, bang, boom. We stormed right through it, dude. We got everything. There we go. Let's put our money away.
He should be back in like the next 20, 30 minutes.
All right, so at least part of the Ron run is going to be a drunk Ron run. Well, it'll be fun.
it's not set. Man, good luck, man. Fuck.
Fuck kind of weird fucking metal thing is that hanging in the, what the, hold on. What the hell is that? You see that? Is it like a door? What is that? The fuck is that? Who put that there, dude? That's a trip. Somebody coded something wrong or something. Can I punch it or anything? Oh, it's, I could just run right through it. Okay. That threw me off. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. What the hell is that? Cool, man. Some weird artistic piece right there. I don't know who that's for. Dude, am I dying again? Oh, what the hell? Hold on. I gotta drink some water. I just got done doing 60 drinks of alcohol for the group. Like I did that by myself. So my boy is 60. Imagine he's being 60 beers deep. Now I got to go drive a truck. Okay. I don't know why they'd put those on the same day, but they're on the same day. You know, activities, things I need to do, chores and whatnot. So. Thank God I have so many painkillers. I actually don't, though. I'm almost out. I've been using a ton of them today. Because when you drink too many drinks, like it affects your health. I've drank 60. That's a space portal. What? Is it, dog? What's up, dude? Dog, you missed it. I just had the most efficient day ever in the city, bro. Knocked down my group dailies. Pie slinger, easy peasy. 60 drinks. Kind of did those at the same time. Then I just went over to the casino for my dailies, and it was like blackjack, couple inside tracks, real easy. The last thing I'm doing here is an explosive load, bro, and I'm good to go. All my boxes are checked, dude. I even did a base jump. I never do base jumps, but I was like, what the hell? Let's do a base jump today. I just need a little quick 10 stopper. That's all I need for my daily, so. It's been a very chill day. Very relaxed day. What day is it? Tuesday? Monday? Tuesday? Tuesday? Monday? Monday? Tuesday? Yeah, I just went ding, 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 knocked them all down. I've only been at it for an hour and 40 minutes. I'm making good time, dude. To be fair, though, I only did moped runs for the pizza this. It's not like I did 25 stoppers, you know? I just did quick 10 stoppers, but still. I got that peak efficiency going right now. Hopefully this booze wears off pretty quickly, because it'll be very annoying driving this truck when it's the weird like swerves and brakes, stops and stuff that happen when you're drunk. When you drunk drive, like it has like, you know, your car will pull to a direction randomly and it'll like hit the brakes randomly. That'll be really difficult on a run. So I really hope you know what I wish? I wish you could drink a couple cups of coffee and like square up and like settle out your booze, you know? Settle out your alcohol. I guess what I'm saying is I wish there was a way to combat the alcohol you put into your body by like, you know, taking some meth or, you know, a couple cups of coffee or whatever else. That'd be cool. I wish that was a thing. Because while this is fun and challenging to be all whoa while I'm trying to drive, like, it's equally important that I just get this done because I'm trying to accomplish the activity, you know? It'd be funny if I lost my trailer and crashed into something and exploded because I was drunk, but also talk about a waste of time. Yeah, exactly. Hot coffee, cold shower to like sober up. That'd be great, dude. I mean, ultimately, I think they put in the 60 drinks as a group thing for people that are like in a group of 8 or 10 people, right? So it's like 60 drinks between 8 or 10 people. That's not a big deal. But my group has 2 people. It's just me and pork, dude. And nowadays it's mostly just me. So it's like that's a lot of drinks for one guy to take down, dude. I mean, it's not supposed to be one guy taking down all the drinks. I get that, but goddamn, dude. Even so, still a lot of goddamn drinks. But, I mean, imagine you have a group of 10. A group of 10, 6 drinks each, that's not bad at all. That's just a fun afternoon. That's a fun 20 minutes while your character model, like, you know, stumbles around. It's going to need a new liver. Well, I'm popping pain pills because, like, it's killing me. Drinking this much is killing me. So it's like I'm popping pain pills and everything. It's like, shit. I had 5 or 6 pain pills on me. Now I'm down to my last one. Because, you know, every time I have had a handful of drinks, my health bar would start getting negatively affected. To your point about the liver, like, yeah, I'm like literally killing myself. I want to live out here. I don't know if I necessarily want one of those houses right there, but I want to live out here. I want to live out in Sandy on the next wipe. I really do. Or like by the beach or something. I know the gangs are always by the beach, but I also want to be by the beach. Fuck where the gangs are, dude. I want to be by the beach. I want the gangs to be like, oh, that's just Beans. He's always down here. He lives by the beach. I want to go full retired Beans. I want to gray out my hair for the next wipe. I want to have a Cadillac car convertible for the next wipe. I want to go full retirement. When people go, what do you do in the city? I go, oh hell, I'm retired. You know, I want to do trash cans maybe. A little bit of truck driving just for fun, just to make some cash. You know, grow a little weed possibly, maybe even live in a warehouse. But I'm gonna literally be down on the beach almost all the time. Or Sandy. Maybe I'll just be Sandy. And I'll like live in a trailer or something. I've been thinking a lot about the next wipe. I think most people are probably ready for the next wipe already. Feels like the server as a whole has kind of slowed down quite a bit. I mean, a lot of new guys coming in regularly, though. The good thing about these last 3 or 4 months before the wipe is that, like, the server's never full enough for people not to be able to just jump in and see what it's about, you know? You get a lot of new guys this time of year because they're able to get in every day, you know? Without prio or whatever. So you get a lot of new guys that may or may not stick around. So that's the good part, but The bad part is all the regulars that that make the city feel alive. They're all not really playing that much anymore. But on the next wipe, I definitely have some things in mind. Whoa. I want to gray out Beans' hair, obviously. Because people keep trying to give me pain pills. I run. My character model runs like an old person, you know, like a very measured, like very like, ooh, my knees hurt kind of a run. And it looks a lot like the run you take on when you're injured. Even though, like, my guy's not injured at all. He just runs like an old man. Like, by design. I did that on purpose. Like, my guy doesn't run fast. I mean, he does if I hold down the button, but if I'm just jogging, he runs super, super slow. Like, because I'm an old man. Old people don't run fast. But the amount of people that have come up to me going, yo, do you need a bandage? Like, feel sorry for me. Like, oh, he's not running as fast as everybody else. He must be injured. It's like, no, I'm not injured. I'm just old. I think some of that, ooh, there we go. Look at that swerve. I think some of that would be prevented if I just had gray hair. If I was running slow and I had gray hair, they'd probably be less inclined to be like, yo, do you need a bandage? And more inclined to be like, hey, you're doing good, old man. Don't worry about it, man. You'll get there, you know, kind of shit. So, yeah, we're going to lean into old man Beans a little bit more. I want the Cadillac car. I miss the Cadillac car. My Paragon is cool. My little mini truck is awesome. All that's cool and everything, but I want my cool I want my old man Cadillac car, dude. Convertible, dude. Yeah, it's going to be a nice new wrinkle, I think. Less people expect a lot less from an old person, which is I kind of get why Eugene or why Vader plays Eugene, because like old people can get away with murder a little bit. Like it's very hands free. It's like people let you get away with a lot more if you're an old person. I feel like. I think it's a cheat code. And I'm never going to be the guy that's like, yo, can I get in your gang, dog? Like, I'm never going to be that guy. I'm always going to be the satellite character that people see around that, like, he's never really in a group, but, like, people know of him, you know, kind of a thing. That's the kind of reputation I want to get for myself on the server. It's like people know Beans, but, like, nobody really runs with Beans, you know? Oh, Beans is kind of doing his own thing. Like, that's what I want. But I need, you know, I'm already starting to get a little bit recognizable with the flower shirt and the cargo shorts, and I have a look. Plus, the thumbnails for my streams helps a lot with that. I've had people who in the city go like, "Oh shit, I recognize you from oh shit, dude," and they like clearly have watched one of my videos because you know High Life is in the title, and then like the thumbnails of my character model, like they recognize me in the city from something they saw on YouTube while they're scrolling, you know, investigating High Life as a server or whatever. So I've gotten a little bit of that already, just a small amount. A couple of times that's happened. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So if I could just keep that going. Because I'm not trying to be the biggest group in the city. I'm not trying to take over a server. I'm not trying to, but I do want to be like mascot status, you know? Who the fuck's that guy in the flower shirt? Oh, don't worry about him. That's Beans. You know, I want that energy. So I kind of get that a little bit at the horse track sometimes, certain times of day. I'll see some of the regulars and they'll be like, hey, there's Larry. Because, you know, my name pops up on the screen. That's the other thing. I kind of want to make my guy's first name Beans. So that it comes up, Beans comes up when I play horses. I mean, Beans is a nickname. Larry Lipston is the name. But my friends call me Beans. Is kind of the whole thing. But maybe I just make his name Beans. It's easier. I don't know. It's things I've been thinking about. Like on a proper wipe, I can change my guy's name, right? I might just change his name to Beans Lipston. The old BL, dude. I don't know. My guy's still drunk. Look at this. I'm still drunk. Come on, dude. oh, that's just beans is cool and all, but what if you get to the point where the gang's got your back? I mean, that could be interesting, I guess. You fuck with him, you fuck with me. I had that a little bit at Mirror Park first Tsunami. The first Tsunami I ever played on, I had that a little bit at Mirror Park. Mirror Park was controlled completely by the Green Gang. And I would mow the lawn on Saturday, and I'd park my cars over there at the parking garage. And the green guys were like, oh, yo, he's good. No, he's good. He's good. They'd be telling each other that. Like, no, he's cool. He's cool. I was like, oh, that's dope. I was kind of working my way towards being able to handshake in Mirror Park without them fucking with me. Because the green gangs were handshaking in Mirror. They were, like, hanging out in that parking lot all day long. They had the whole area greened off, like, territory-wise. And I was getting in good with the green guys, but then ultimately the storm happened, and the green guys didn't make a play for Mirror Park after the storm. So, like, suddenly there was no green guys in Mirror Park anymore. And I was like, wait. And then there were new guys moving in, and they were being weird. And I was like, what the fuck? I ended up stopping mowing the lawn. Remember, I used to mow the lawn on Saturdays in Mirror Park? That was all because the green guys were like, yeah, thanks for mowing the lawn. And they were, like, giving me money and, like, introducing themselves and saying, if you need anything, give us a call type shit. I kind of did that already with the green guys, but then the green guys were just like, and we're going somewhere else, and we're not playing on the server anymore, or whatever the case may be. But that kind of happened, and then it all just, you know. The problem is this is a public server, so nobody really plays on this server for a long period of time. Like, most people are using this server to get their feet wet before they go to their actual, like, you know, real server, right? I feel like. I mean, a public server like this, as good as this one is basically a stepping stone to a whitelist server if you can eventually get on one, right? Isn't that kind of the whole thing? I feel like that's kind of the whole thing, but maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. Either way, like, I kind of had something like that going, and it just I felt a little bit carpet pulled by it, just because, I mean, people are allowed to stop playing a video game. I'm not saying anybody has to continue to play a video game when it's not fun for them anymore, but, like, there is a certain amount of that in this kind of video game. Like, in a role-play type game, like, people just stop playing role-play sometimes, and it's like, well, kind of like training wheels for a whitelist. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So if most people are treating it that way, I mean, that's the way I'm treating it, then I could understand. I just went around the block. I got to go around the block here. I could understand why the green guys left, you know? I guess what I'm wondering is there any way to play on a whitelist server without paying money? Because I don't want to pay money. I might be that one guy that just is always on the free server, like, never upgrades to a whitelist server. Like, I'd love to upgrade to, like, a really dope whitelist server. It's just I can't pay monthly. I can, but I'm not willing to do that. I don't even have a phone because I'm not willing to have a monthly bill. I'm living a certain kind of life, dude. Like, I keep my costs really, really, really low. I have no bills. I don't have a phone bill. I don't have credit cards, checking account, any of that stuff. I don't have any of that stuff, dude. I pay my rent, my share of the rent in the house we're renting. I pay my share of the rent, and I pay a portion of the electricity and the PD, and that's it. That's it. I don't pay for any cables, any streaming services, any fucking, you know, credit cards, checking, phone, car. I have none of those payments, and that's how I want my life to be, right? So the whole thing is there a version of a whitelist server that doesn't cost money to play on it? Because I'm not sure that's a thing. If that's not a thing, then I'll just be the public server guy forever. Because I cannot afford it, dude. The world is way too expensive. I mean, I have money. I'm not a broke boy. I don't spend it on that sort of stuff. I don't find any value in that sort of stuff. I don't want a monthly bill. To play a video game, a monthly bill to play a video game is like that. On a fundamental level, I have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Video games are supposed to be you pay for them, and then you play them for as long as you feel like playing them, and then they're yours, and you bought them, and then you're done with them, and then you go move on. Like, paying a monthly fee to play a video game, I can't reconcile that at all in my head. Some do charge an application fee. See, I might be open to an application fee, depending on how good of a server it is. But like a one-time fee, I could see that. I could see paying that, but I won't pay monthly for, like, not when there's public servers that are as good as High Life is, because High Life is very good. The server runs really smoothly, bro, and it has like plenty of fun features. Usually a pretty good amount of people on it, and it's maintained pretty well for the most part. And now that they have pockets, it doesn't feel like less than, you know. I know there's some really fancy stuff going on in the whitelist servers in a lot of cases, but this one has pockets for the character models and custom cars and all kinds of stuff. It has all the bells and whistles that a whitelist server has for the most part. I mean, before we got pockets on this server, I might have said this is a bit of a step down from a whitelist, because I've watched a fair amount of whitelist servers, so I have an idea what they have on them. And before we got our pockets, but now that we have like actual pockets like a normal server would, like, it doesn't feel like it's any less than, you know? Like, I really can't say enough good things about High Life, dude. I've had a really good experience on this server. So if ultimately I just end up playing this server for like as long as I play GTA, then I mean, that could be good. That's fine with me too, honestly. Somebody should do something with that, by the way. That's the cool spot that nobody ever uses. That should be something. I've always liked that spot. Real pockets were a major win. Yeah, that was just such a huge thing. I was like, oh, it doesn't feel like we're on some, like, you know, cheapo shit. Like, it was a really big step. A big step. Huge win. Because before, when it was like, you have 3 of this and 2 of this in your pocket, like in writing, I was like, I was like, this feels very, yeah. It felt very thrown together. It felt very public server, I guess is the right way to put it. It felt very public server. But this, with having actual pockets, feels so cool. It feels so good. I'm a fan. Wait, do I have a gold star next to my... Wait, why is this talking about gold stars? Let you use a PlayStation controller. Yeah, I guess some people still drive with PlayStation controllers. I find that to be very weird. I like playing mouse and keyboard when I can because it helps my posture. When I'm sitting here with my controller, I end up like down like this, like, you know, forearms on knees type shit, and it's not great. It's bad posture. Like, mouse and keyboard has me sitting up straight, has my arms stretched out, sitting up straight. Like, I think it's overall better for me, mouse and keyboard. I'm sure I'd be a better driver, though, on controller, but I'm just not going to do it. I do have a controller I use for other games, but no, I'm fully mouse and keyboard now on this. It was a real adjustment, though, I'll be honest. That was the shakiest part of moving to a roleplay server, was like, what muscle is that? Doing that to people all the time. Like, sorry, I'm really new at this. What muscle is the what's the muscle for the like, I don't know how to do anything, you know. And they're like, oh, just send it to the Discord and then capture that and paste and control and slide and paste that and send it to Discord. I was like, okay, yeah, I just got my first brain. I was like trying to do it in City. I'm like, I just got my first brain and I don't know how to use it worth a shit. And I don't know. And they're like, oh, we can help you. Don't worry. We'll the people all the people I've ran into in admin level and like otherwise on High Life have all just been fantastic, really patient, really helpful. Like, I can't say enough good things about High Life. I've really enjoyed playing on this server. It's been very, very, very cool. I've only ran into like 1 or 2 dickheads, and they weren't people in any kind of position of power. They're just random players that didn't read the room well, you know? My experience overall, though, I mean, for a public server, bro. I mean, I can't compare it to like a whitelist or anything. I've never played on one of those, but for a public server, I don't think you get a whole lot better than High Life. I know I'm totally kissing their ring right now, just totally kissing ass right now, but I'm just saying, like, I've looked at a handful of them, and this one's really, really, really solid. Sorry, my bad, dude. Yeah, what's up, Bubba?
How do I make dirty money into clean?
Casino. You go over there and you use it to gamble at the casino, and your winnings come back converted into clean. That's why everybody's at the
Only
casino.
way.
I mean, that's the only way I know of. There was a rumor a couple of big wipes ago of a bank that would cash dirty money, but I don't think that's a thing anymore. Yeah, no problem, man. Hey, just find it. Hey, find a casino game you're good at. You know what I mean? I guess that's. I mean, that's what normally that's what people do. Yep, no worries, man. I did have a guy's number on my phone that was like, "Hey, if you," oh no, I didn't because that was when my phone wasn't working correctly. Damn it! I could have given that guy's number. Remember that guy we saw at the chop down by the docks that one day, and he was going like, "Hey, here's my number," and my phone wasn't working. I was like, "Yep, I got your number, sure thing." But my phone, I hadn't done the cache delete thing on my phone, so my phone wasn't working correctly since the last big update to the phones. But he gave me his number, and he said, "I'm buying dirty cash off people, and for this reason, and da 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 da. If anybody asks you about what they do with dirty cash, tell them to call me. Here's my number." I was like, "This is great. This is fantastic." I actually was like, low key, like, that's a brilliant idea to be the guy, to be the plug for dirty cash. That'd be a fun bit of RP right there. I could see how there's a value to that. For that guy being the guy that gets his phone rang all the time, like from people going, "Yo, I got some dirty cash for you." Like that would be kind of a cool person to be, you know. So I was very excited about the opportunity, but my phone was broken at the time. Like I said, I hadn't done the whole delete cache and fixed that whole phone hiccup. I wish I had that guy's number. I could have given that guy's number. It'd have been a whole thing. Anyways. I mean, whenever I'm doing chop, I just take clean money. I don't really give a shit about, dirty money, clean money, or whatever. I guess you get more money if you take the dirty money instead of clean money, but I I just take the clean, dude. I don't know why anybody would take the dirty money. Like they don't want the cops to track, or maybe they're at a deficit in their bank account, so like they can't deposit the clean money anywhere or something. I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't take clean money. That's not been explained to me in any meaningful way, other than if you take dirty money, you get like an extra $100 or whatever type thing. Like, it's like you get a little more money if it's dirty. I'm like, cool. That whatever. That little bit of extra money doesn't seem worth it to me for all the hassle of cleaning the money, you know. But that's just me. What do I know? So yeah, the guy came up to me at the docks and was giving me the whole rigmarole. He had like a really expensive car, and they were like in suits, and they're all like, you know, he had a guy driving him around. He's like, "All right, let's head towards the guy like got in the car, yes sir," type shit. It was all very professional looking. I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool, RP." I was like, "I like this." I wish I was like, "Yeah, I know some people that are looking to," and I tried to like. I just wish my phone wasn't broken at the time. Isn't there a market that only takes dirty cash? I'm not sure. Is there? I didn't. If there is, I don't know about it. I thought the Grapeseed Bank would accept dirty money. I thought at one point. I'm to understand. I don't know who it was that told me this. I think it might have been Pork. Maybe it was Ali. Like years ago, like several big wipes ago, the Grapeseed Bank was like the only bank that would accept dirty money. So if you wanted to clean your dirty money, you'd have to go to Grapeseed. Was a thing at one point. Somebody told me. Now I don't know if that's like third-hand information, but like I'm pretty sure somebody said that to me at one point that was a thing. I was like, oh, that's cool. There's only like one bank, so like all the dirty money and this nefarious bullshit, fuckboy shitheads are all in one place at a given time. That must be chaos, dude. Like Grapeseed must be just a den of thieves. You know what I mean? Which I thought was kind of a cool idea. Make one spot on the map where all the people with their dirty money had to go to get. I kind of liked that. It was like, yeah, it's like a scum and villain. What's that fucking line from the about the bar on the Star Wars? This is a den of thieves and scummery or whatever the fuck Obi-Wan says about that. Anyways, I don't know Star Wars that well, but like I like the idea of there being a spot where like all the dirty shit happened. I found a big trailer-looking thing last wipe, and it sold illegal guns, suppressors, and other nefarious items. Is that right? Whew. That'd be cool. I haven't found anything like that myself. Hey, maybe that guy at the docks had found that thing and was like, I need dirty money to buy stuff at this place. Let's start collecting up dirty money from people. I mean, I guess you get dirty money when you rob a bank and stuff. How do those guys clean their money? I don't know. I've never done that level of crime or anything. I'm all on the low level shit. I'm on the fucking chop, which gives you an option to pick dirty money, but I never do. I just pick clean money. Just give me money I can actually deposit in my bank account. Why would I want dirty money? So like I do chop, I grow a little weed. The locals don't give you dirty money. They give you clean money. So yeah, I don't know. Plus, because I chase my activities and my dailies so hard, I end up doing a lot of like actual city jobs, like Ron runs and recycling and whatever else, pizza runs and shit, like actual legal jobs. I mean, Ron's not going to pay me dirty money. I don't know how I would have ever ran into dirty money. That rope to pull an ATM, it was a while back. No. Turns out, what's funny? I ended up collecting up about 6 or 7 ropes, 5 or 6 USBs, 3 or 4 fucking 5 or 6 regulator things to rob houses, like house crackers. And I came into the city one time, and they're all gone. All of them were pulled out of my storage in my apartment. I think eye in the sky type shit, like someone that in the city was like, this guy's hoarding robbery supplies. Like, just get rid of, like, I hadn't touched them, hadn't used them, hadn't moved them for fucking 5 or 6 months. They're probably like, all right, well, take all these. He's never going to use these. And they were right. I never would have used them. But yeah, I can't sell them either because people just rob me for them. So it's like, yeah, it's whatever. They had this whole problem with storage in apartments, and when they went to look at it, I think they looked through a lot of people's storage and was like, why the fuck does this guy have so much of all this shit? You know what I mean? So like they literally took, I don't know, let's call it $180,000 worth of robbery supplies off of me with no compensation of any kind. But I mean, that's my fault. I had them and I didn't move them. So to answer your question, no, I didn't ever use the rope, but I did give away a rope like 3 or 4 days ago to a random person because I didn't want to just put it in my apartment again. If I just stockpile them up in my apartment again, eventually they're just going to take them. Someone's going to take them out of my apartment. I thought maybe Pork took them, but Pork hasn't been in the city. And I went and checked Pork's apartment because I know the password to his apartment the same way he knows the password to mine. And I went up into his apartment and it has been untouched since the last time he was in the city. So it was really a bummer. But, I mean, ultimately I was saving up all those robbery supplies to eventually become a plug. It'd be like, hey, you need anything to rob a convenience store, pull an ATM, or rob a house, you let me know. I got all those things. I wanted to, have those kinds of conversations with people. But the problem is every time I've ever tried to turn over one of those things, I've just gotten robbed. Because I don't use a weapon. I don't have a gun. So in those moments when I'm like, yeah, they're like, do you have the USB? And I'm like, yeah. Do you have the money? They're like, gun, give me the USB. And I'm like, here's the USB. And then I never get the money. Do you know what I mean? There's no honest way to be the plug other than here's this for free. Because everybody in the city's out to get over on each other. So like, unless you're stockpiling up robbery supplies for yourself, which I wasn't. It's like, what was I going to do with those robbery supplies? So like, I was a little bummed in the moment, going like, what the fuck, dude? I was storing those for. Ultimately, every time I've tried to sell one of those or move one of those to another party, I've been robbed. With the exception of the DES, after the first storm, I got a DES. It was to rob a bank, and these nice people over at one of the apartments over where I was parking my car at the time. We're like, we'll give you, listen, seriously, if you actually have one, we'll give you 40 grand for it. And I was like, shut up. I was like, I actually have one. And they gave me 40 grand. That was the only time. There's one group of honorable people that gave me 40 grand for a DES module to break into a bank. They gave me 40 grand. I took that 40 grand. That was the only time I've tried to sell anything and haven't been robbed. I've tried to sell multiple USBs to people before, like Honor System, and they've just robbed me and stolen them. Here's the USBs. Now give me the money. And they're like, all right, here, I'm handing you the money. And they'll like jump on a motorcycle, drive off. It's like, oh, cool. You just stole 2 USBs off me. Great. It's like, I've never had. I don't know if you guys remember when me and Pork tried to sell that guy a DES that I found. Or that we found. And we took him to the chicken, what's that place called? The Cluck and Bell. By the mini mall, kind of by the Venetian, by our apartment. We made the deal there, and he pulled a gun on me and took me to the bank and robbed me and took my DS off me and gave me like 10 grand for it or whatever. And was like, how dare you charge so much for a DES? And I was like, I don't know how much they go for. I was like, dude, I'm not trying to rip anybody off. I just didn't know the. And it turned out to be fine because he ultimately, I guess, paid me for the DES. But like, every single time I try and, my point is, every single time I try and move one of those robbery things that I find in the trash or otherwise, mostly I find them in the trash, I end up getting robbed. So like, it puts me in a terrible spot. It's just like, shit. So yeah, eventually I just started stockpiling up robbery supplies that I was never going to use. Like, I knew I was never going to use them. I think whoever took them out of my apartment probably knew, oh, this guy's never going to use all these. They've been sitting here since when? Oh yeah, he's not. He's just storing them up. He's not going to use them. And they're right. I wasn't going to use them. I was going to try and sell them, but actually, one idea I had was I was going to put them in the mystery boxes and like post them on Life Evader. Be like, hey, super sweet prize for whoever can find this box, and like put the box at a random spot, you know, like in the trunk of a car at a random garage somewhere in the city, and take a picture of it at a weird angle where you can't really tell where it's at. But if you can find that car, cash and prizes, you know, put some money in there, put a couple of robbery things in there. I was going to do some of that shit, but can't do that now. They robbed them all from me. Dirtbags. No, I wasn't actually upset. I was a little bummed, but I wasn't actually that upset. I can't really blame them for taking them. I had let them sit there for like 5 months, dude. I get why they did it. They don't want, like, you know, 6 ATMs and 4 convenience stores and 10 houses worth of robbery supplies just going to waste in an apartment. They want those out there in the world being used to keep the game fun and spicy for the cops and the criminals and everything else, right? So like, I was actually hurting the server a little bit by stockpiling them and hoarding them, like I was, to be fair. So I get why they took them. Like, it makes sense when you think about it. But I'm going to go back to that apartment and show you. Because you guys remember, I mean, you can go back on recordings. Yeah, put at least one dud of a box. Yes, yes. Do like 3 boxes of valuable shit and get everybody into a fervor where they're like, oh, that last box, my homeboy found the last box. It had a bunch of fucking cool shit in it, dude. Like really good shit in it. And then they find the box and it has like literally like hot dog flavored water in it and shit. I have some of that sort of stuff. Yeah, remember there's like I had a whole line in here of robbery supplies. All I have is these now. I have 3 voltmeters that I can turn into volt regulators. I can rob 3 houses. That's what I have right now. And then whatever this does. I don't know what this does, the bolt cutter. But I used to have a whole row in here of like robbery supplies. Just things to rob stuff. You know, USBs and car stuff and 5 or 6 ropes. I had a bunch of, it's all gone. They took it all. So I was bummed, but it's going to be okay. Where is the rest of my painkillers, dude? I should have more painkillers here. Do I have those in my other apartment? Ow. Yep, I do. See if they're right here. We grab all those. I still got some ketamine to cook. I got to make some ketamine for the baggies. I got like a pretty fair, I almost got 60 baggies of drugs right now. Those are, I don't know what the fucking point of those are. I don't know what the point of the goddamn cyanide is. I know what cyanide does, but like, what's the point of the cyanide? Why even hold on to it? I can't sell it to anybody. Nobody's going to take it, buy it from me. Why would you want cyanide? Hey, you want a pill that can kill you? No, I'm good, thanks. Like, why would anybody want that? In an emergency situation, I can grow some weed if I need to handshake something, but I also have some of those. I've also been stockpiling chemicals for no reason, just because I think it looks good. Anyways, this is my drug storage down here. This is where I grow plants of weed, and this is where I keep my, you know, my illegal cigarettes and cigars from Cuba and whatnot, my machine guns. And then upstairs is like my personal stuff. All right, so we're chopping it up now, dude. How many lockpicks did I grab? I got 17 lockpicks. Let's go. Let's go steal some cars. Yeah, I want to live in a different part of the city. I like living right in the hub here. It's been good. Having the secret garage at the Benefactor, a garage that's not marked at the Benefactor here has been kind of cool. Having like kind of my own personal garage. I mean, occasionally groups will come through here and they'll start parking here for a little bit of time, but ultimately they'll move off. Basically, I've had this parking lot to myself this whole storm, this whole wipe, for the most part. But oh, I don't want to grab any of my cars. I need to go steal a car. Let's go up the street. The amount of half bricks of coke or meth that I've found in chop cars, by the way, that's gone way up. Chop is way more lucrative as far as like prizes than it's ever been, I think. This car's such a big. I hate how many steps that fucking lockpick is. Let me go get a normal car. I don't need to have a Lamborghini to chop. In fact, Lamborghini can't run into anybody, so it's not even really a good chop car. Perfect. Okay. All right, we got our notepad. Masacro, Super Diamond, Cavalade, Banshee. Those are actually a couple of those are really easy. Sand King, F620, Seminole, and a Coquette. Okay, so let's go down by the golf course then. At least a couple of those will be down this way. Ooh, this thing is slidey as hell. What the hell? Wait, is that not an F620 right there? Isn't that what that is? Am I crazy, or is this not the F620? Yeah, this is the fucking... What the fuck? It's an FQ2. Somehow it's different? Okay. That's weird. I thought that's the... Oh, that explains why it didn't go womp for me, I guess, right? Is that a Masacro? That's not a Masacro, right? That red car? I don't know. What? I'm surprised how much this car spins out on the back end. I thought this Schaefer thingy would hold the road a little bit better. That's not a Banshee, damn it. For a second I thought that was a Banshee. Super Diamond? Is that a Cavalade? That's a Landstalker, right? Yeah, Landstalker. Looks a lot like a Cavalade. It's not a Cavalade. It's a Landstalker. The fuck? Where'd the world go? Okay. Well, that's a bad sign. Yeah, that's not good when the whole world's not rendering. God damn. You guys see that? Clearly something's going on down there because they're like... When the world stops rendering like that, a lot of times that's because there's like 50 different people in a small area. I'd be willing to bet there's some sort of a chase happening in the tunnels right there. I bet you there's a bunch of people in that part of the map because usually that's what happens. Like when there's an event at a particular spot in the city. Like when there ends up being an event at a certain spot in the city, I can't go near that spot in the city without losing the whole map. Damn it. I'm good. Just trying to get a chop car is all.
Oh. Wait, can you help? Can you? Oh shit! How does that work?
How do you do that?
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness, you're all right.
Sorry. How do
Um,
you do that?
it's pretty simple. You guys have the map they gave you for the city when you first.
Yes.
Okay. If you pull your map up, there's 2 different spots in the city that have a beautiful little yellow claw. Kind of looks like the claw game at the arcade.
Okay.
If you go to the claw, they'll give you a car name and they'll show you a picture of it. If you bring that car back to them, bang bang boom. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a good day, sir.
You too, man. Hey, Jesus loves you. They didn't know about chop. It is like a yellow claw, right? Last time I looked at it. Yeah, right there. Yeah, yellow claw. Like the claw game at the arcade. Dude. They just needed the unlock. They knew about it. They just needed the unlock. Someone to actually tell them about it so they could do it.
Oh my god.
Thank God for that. Woo! If I hadn't got that right at the last minute there, I'd have been stuck here trying to lockpick this when the cop coming by. All right, let's fix this up at the wrench over here. This goes to Sandy. Perfect. And away we go. We're off on a chopathon, dude. Now we're just trying to get rep points together because we've got all our dailies done. We're at reputation 10, or 20 rather, which is good. That's a nice buffer. But we can always put 2, 3, 4 more points up today before we call it a day. What's happening? Come on. $1 repair my ass. Look how long this is taking. I mean, what the hell? There was a time where I thought maybe get a really nice Banshee, be like the goal for one of my, one of the tsunamis, one of the big storms, be able to afford the really expensive Banshee and get it all customized. But I don't know. I kind of just want to get my Cadillac car. That's easy to get. It's pretty cheap. I love that Cadillac car, dude. Have like a work van for, mining, tree chopping, whatever it is I feel like getting into. Dailies, point me in a direction. I need a vehicle, utility vehicle for that. But then just get a van and get my Cadillac car. And then that's it, dude. And just be old Beans. He's retired. Beans is retired, dude. First place I ever lived was this house right here. In the city, the first place I ever bought in the city was this spot right here. This greenhouse. Such a cool house, dude. That was my first place right there. Right next to dude. I mean, it's a good little hub. It has a recycling place here. It has this 24/7 for food and drink and medicines and whatnot. Clothing store right there. It's actually kind of a nice little neighborhood. Gas station at the end of the street. The only problem was that parking was parking's in that parking lot now, I think. So it'd be way better now. But I had to run all the way down here to park my van or car or whatever at the motel, and that became a little bit like right there. That's the first parking spot. Wait, that's a Cavallade? Oh, that's a Seminole. Okay, yeah, we got to come back for that. Ooh, that's a nice car. Yeah, running down the street to get to that garage started to get real tedious. I'm realizing, though, that from my apartment at the Venetian, running all the way up to the benefactor garage parking lot is probably about the same amount of distance, truthfully. But risking your life just to walk up. True. That street gets, yeah, very true. That street gets hot. That street gets, like, people, the Ron trucks and the whatevers and the cops and the, yeah, that street gets pretty hot, dude, as far as reckless driving. All right. Stratum. Love it. Stratums are easy. We'll take a Stratum all day, dude. Yeah, I've done a fair amount of chop. I don't have all the slots unlocked, but I got most of them. And honestly, if I just did a couple more cars, I could open up a 5th slot. But what I really like having is the available points to rotate cars. Because if I'm actually kind of sick of the Masacro right now, I'll just roll it. I'll just get a new car. A bagger. You know how easy it is to find a bagger? I know exactly where baggers are. You go to the fucking trailer park over there with the bikers, you can find baggers, no problem. Way easier to find than a Masacro. Easy money, dude. Masacro, gone. Bagger, added. That's the thing. People, I don't know if which way people are playing the chop game, but if you get past 3 cars, honestly, on each of your chop lists, you're never without a car. There's always a car around pretty quickly when you get to 3 cars per, you know? Is that a Stratum right there, like rolling up to me? No, that's the ingot. Never mind. I was going to say, if that's a Stratum rolled right up to me right there, I'm like, bro, look at this. Case in point. No, that's an ingot, though. That's not the car I'm looking for. Okay, so let's go back over and get that Seminole off the parking lot of the... But yeah, your points after that, storing points past like 3 or 4 cars, pointless, dude. You might as well just use them to make your life easier when you're chopping. Like, get cars you know you can find, you know? Use your points to re-roll. Get cars you know you can get, because it's just too inefficient chasing a car for like an hour, 2 hours. Like, you get 3 or 4 cars in that time if you just re-rolled it to a car that you know you can find. We all know which cars are everywhere, you know? And, of course, the Seminole's gone. Yep, well, what else is new? Yeah, there you go, right there. The fuck was that? What car was that? I guess that was one of the cars I need. What car was that? Was that a Coquette? Must have been a Coquette. Yeah, this exact run right here, running like this. I did this every day for so long. I was like, oh my God, I hate it. And if I parked a car outside of my house for even like 20 minutes, someone would steal it. Because this is like, you know, chop area over here. So people were just looking for a car to grab. So, yeah, it was living in Harmony was kind of a bummer, dude. I'll be honest. There's no cars in that parking lot either, are there? God damn it. Whoop. I'm gonna have to get a couple pretzels, I think. Damn it. All right, let's go down this way. Maybe the motel over here will have some cars. I just need any old vehicle to get out of here, honestly. Yep, okay, perfect. They have some vehicles over there. I see you. Is that a Strata? No. Is that a Cavallade or is that a Landstalker? Landstalker, got you, okay. This minivan looks tough as hell, dude. I'm gonna take this minivan for a ride. Oh boy, no gas. That's a Stratum right there, that black one. Perfect, that's a Stratum right there. Get. All right, where's the Stratum go? Stratum goes back to Sandy? Yep, okay, perfect. Yeah, pull right out in front of me. That's great, thanks. Dude, this car sucks. This is as fast as it goes, bro. I'm holding the pedal to the metal right now, dude. This thing sucks, bro. It barely goes 80, dude. This is the worst. Oh, look at all the cars that are back now. Great, wonderful. Was that a Sand King? I need a Sand King. Hit him. Oh. Quick chops. Oh, dude, chops. Listen. I'm not the first. I'm not real. I'm pretty self-deprecating. I'll be the first one to tear myself down. But let me just say, I'm pretty decent at chopping cars. I have a pretty good knowledge of cars, and I have a general idea where a lot of these hang out now, where you can find most of the cars. So like, I am pretty efficient on chopping, dude. Like that might be, if I'm good at anything on this server, it might be chopping. And that's not to say chopping's even really that difficult. It's just I've done a lot of chopping, bro. When I say I've done like bro. Pages and pages and pages like this. I have notebooks and notebooks and notebooks full of cars. Like when I say I chop a lot, I chop a lot. I'm actually pretty efficient at chop, dude. Kalahari, that's by the beach. That was the first car I ever bought in the city. The little Lego car. Okay, so we're going to go get the bagger. That's in Sandy up here. The Cavallati is a hell of a trip. All the way down from the beach, all the way back up. Ooh, a mixer. That's as bad as that is, dude. A mixer all the way from the docks, all the way up here to Sandy. Ugh. That can't be fun. Is there a car over there? I think there's a car over there. I'm going this way. Sometimes there's a car right over these rocks in the parking lot over here. I thought I saw a car. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. I'm crazy. Damn it! I thought I saw the roof of a car. Either way, we'll go to Sandy. We'll grab something. Yeah, I do an unreasonable amount of Chop. I love Chop, dude. It's Grand Theft Auto. Like, if Chop wasn't good, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? If stealing cars, doing Grand Theft Auto, stealing cars, words. That sentence just fell apart as I said it. But if the game is called Grand Theft Auto and stealing cars isn't fun, then you've lost the plot. Like, that's, at the end of the day, that's what this game is. It's Grand Theft Auto. So for a server like this to not have a good chopping mini game mechanic type situation, like, that's unforgivable. It would be unforgivable. It's Grand Theft Auto, dude, at the end of the day. Thieving autos is like the whole game. You know? That's the literal title of the game. So I've always really enjoyed that about this server in particular, but like, honestly, every server I've been on has a pretty good chopping mini game. Because why wouldn't it? It's Grand Theft Auto. Again, it's Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, dude, that tow truck game that seems pretty good, dude. I know that it takes two people to do it well, and Pork had already decided he hated it, so we never had a chance to do it as a team. I bet as a team, me and Pork could have got that done. But all right, so let's go over and get the bagger. I know exactly where it is. And I'll show all you guys in case you're ever chopping and you get a bagger. Yes, you can technically find a bagger in the city kind of by Pink Cage on those hills and side streets. By the hill by Pink Cage there, like up and down that hill on the side streets. A lot of times motorcycles will spawn. A fair amount of different kind of motorcycles will spawn there. Sometimes you'll find a bagger there. But if you want an absolute certain bagger, and watch it not be here this time, that'd be hilarious. But I know a spot where there's almost absolutely every time a bagger. And it's obviously at the biker trailer park over here where all the bikers are. And there's usually, I mean, I would say 8 out of 10 times I've found one, probably. I don't know how many times exactly I've gone up there to get one, but like probably if I've been up there 10 times to get a bagger, there's been there one like at least 8 times. So it's like an 80% chance is what I would say. And that's just rough numbers. I don't know exactly how many times I've been up here looking for one, but see how most of them are hexers? Like, obviously, I don't want a hexer. I don't want a hexer. Like, people think it's all hexers, but usually there's, fuck you. Usually there's one right there, not next to the hexer, but right in front of me by the forklift. There's usually a bagger sitting right there. Well, God damn it. Now I just dropped a little bit. It was 80%. Now it's probably like, let's call it 70% now. Son of a bitch. Hexer, 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 hexer. Hexer. It's usually hexers, but there was a... Sup, dude?
You alright?
I'm good, man. I was looking for a bagger motorcycle. Man, am I crazy or is there usually at least one bagger up here?
There can be. Hang on, let me point out where it would be.
Yeah, it's over by the forklift, right?
One of the bike above.
Yeah, like, because, like, it's not over there. It's just all hexer today. I guess that sometimes happens. I thought I had that sure thing, dude. Like, by the forklift, right? Yeah, by the forklift. Yeah, okay, so I'm, all right, it's just,
there.
yep, just not here today. All right, well, you guys have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too. Good luck.
All right, yeah, they knew what I was talking about. He ran right to the forklift. He's like, yeah, it's usually over by the forklift. See, that proves my point, though. Like, it's usually there. It's just not there right now. Damn it. I was talking all that game about how I know where a bagger is, blah, 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 blah. But at least those two people backed my story, dude. That guy had his gun out, too, like he was about to be about something. Like, bro, relax. I'm just asking about a bagger, dude. Just trying to get a fucking bagger up in here. Okay, so what else we got? Hold on. If it's not the bagger... How's my gas, too? Gas is good. Seminole. I mean, Seminole could be over there by the... Let me just go back towards the... Oh, Stratum. I got rid of that. What did I get for the Stratum? Crap, I didn't write it down. Do we remember what I just got for Sandy? Oh, Kalahari. Okay. Whew, I almost forgot to write that down. Okay. Let's drive back down Harmony. I bet you I can find a Seminole in that mix. The Jeep Grand Cherokee looking ass car. Usually you can find one of those right there in Harmony. Damn, I'm super bummed I didn't find a bagger over there, but those guys hang out over there and they're like, oh, I know what you're talking about here, right over here. And they went right to where I showed you guys. So that is the spot where you can usually find a bagger. It just, I don't have good luck. I swear, every time I go, I know exactly where a bagger is, it's never there. I got to stop doing that. I end up jinxing myself. I got to stop doing that. That's stupid. Sand King, come on. Love that. Morning. How's it going, Bubba? Another day, huh? Yep. Fucking A. Living the dream. I think Sand King was the docks, I'm pretty sure. Yep, it's docks. Hopefully this isn't one of their cars. He was staring at me. That guy was staring at me. Either way, it's going to the docks. We're chopping it. And then when we're down at the docks, we're going to be looking for F620, Seminole. I might can find this. Is that a Seminole across the street? Seminole needs to go to the docks as well. So I'm not really saving myself any time if I catch it. I think that is a Seminole right there, though. Let me back her up. See what we see. I mean, that is 100% the Seminole, yeah? Yeah, Seminole. God damn it. I wish I had another person. That's two cars right there. This car and that car both need to go to I can find the Seminole all over the map though. Or Harmony and Sandy out here are kind of where you find a Sand King. So I got to go Sand King over the Seminole, but I need both those cars. Love that house up there on the hill. Love that house. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Love that house up there. God, I want that house. I'd grow pot in the yard. I'd grow weed plants right out in the yard. It's got a beautiful little fenced-in yard. It's out of the way enough where no one will really bother you. Dude, I would grow weed right in the yard, dude. Oh, I would love to have that spot. God damn, that guy's flying. It's a shame that Legion Square is dead. The traffic lights make... Ooh, bagger. That's a bagger. Oh, I got to come back and get that. That's a bagger right there. If it's still there, I'm gonna come back and get that. You guys saw that, right? Side of the road, bagger. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it's a bagger. Yeah, it's a shame that Legion Square is basically dead. Like no one ever goes there. It's all traffic. It's all traffic cameraed up in a way where it's like it's not worth it to even go to that part of town. People avoid it. It's such a cool area, Legion Square. It's like they should make more of an effort to get people to that part of the city, dude. So it's just a bummer. Part of me wants to live in Legion Square at some point. Be like right there by the bank, you know, in one of those apartments or something. I just got a bulletproof vest. What the fuck? Serrano. Serrano is a SUV, right? Hold on. Yeah. It's that. Yeah, it's that hybrid SUV. Okay. And the F620. Oh, it's a car. Why did I think it was the SUV? It's not the SUV. It's a car. I'm an idiot. Okay. Seminole is what I thought it was. Yeah. Coquette. I know what a Coquette is. Okay, so F620 was the only one I didn't actually know what it was. I'm a dumb idiot. I've seen that car. I know where that car is. Okay. Those are easy enough. All right. How's it going, man? Oh, I appreciate that, dude. One chopper to another. You're a good egg, dude.
I always try to give anybody a ride. You just tell me when you want get a car. Or if you
Drop.
need a
Yeah,
job.
drop me at a Panto, my dude. Oh, or there's ones at the end of the building here that are even better, I think. Oh, nope. Okay, never mind.
Maybe the parking lot.
Yeah, parking lot will do it. I'm looking for I'm looking for Seminole. I'm looking for fucking down here. I think basically just a Seminole.
I think this is my chop right here.
That's a stallion. You looking for a stallion?
Oh no, then never mind. The Phoenix or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, that's
They
that.
look the same to me.
They do look very similar. Yeah, Phoenix, the Turbo, and the Stallion all kind of have a similar body style.
Straight or left? Pick your poison.
I'm gonna say straight. Because if you're looking for a Phoenix, you're looking for Warehouse Road up here. You're gonna find a Phoenix on the street.
Okay. That seems to be. Do you know where I could find the Grizzly or whatever the hell that thing is?
Yeah, Gresley's Mirror Park. Surprising or not.
That one has been eluding me as well.
Oh, dude. I mean, if you
Go this way.
you could always just fucking re-roll that bitch. You got points or not?
I do, but I'm trying to save to like the 75 so I can have 4 cars.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm kind of just sucking it up at the moment.
Well, fair enough, dude.
Oh, do you want one of these cars on the left?
Yeah, I love it. Any one of these would be great. Oh, look at that, dude. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Hey, Chop looks out for Chop. Am I right, bud?
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, I'll pay it forward, dude.
Alright, that's good. Have a good one, brother.
Yep, have a good one, man. Good luck. Dude, that's the vibe though. It honestly is the vibe. Like Chop people look out for. I got goosebumps. I love that. Chop looks out for Chop, dude. Like if you're out there busting it on cars and people don't give you a ride or don't like you need to like they see you kicking a car and you don't give them a fucking lockpick. It's like no, give them a lockpick, bro. Chop looks out for Chop. You know, we're all in this together. That first fucking unlock didn't work. I don't know what the fuck. There we go. The Gresley and the Phoenix, those are two kind of shitty ones, honestly. He doesn't have good chops right now. But he will find a Gresley near Mira Park, though. That's the neighborhood he wants to be in for that particular car. I didn't lead him astray. I knew it. The second I started thinking I knew what something was, it wasn't, dude. Did it go that way or did it go straight? The Cavallade. Damn it. It went to the right, didn't it? Yep, it went to the right. God damn it. Cavalcade. Yeah, this is the car right here. Alrighty. Where does this one go? Sandy. Perfect. Cavalcade. Cavalcade. All right. We out here. Yeah, I get goosebumps, man, when people are nice to one another. On a server like this, it's so easy to just be a dickhead to everybody. Yeah, you want to fucking go? You want to, fuck you, man, and like pull a gun. What you got in your pockets? Empty your pockets. Like people are real. Like take an opportunity when they get on a roleplay server to be just the worst version of themselves. It's kind of nice when someone's the best version of themselves. You know, it's rare. It doesn't happen that often. That guy being nice enough to stop and pick me up, and then me passing that like, hey, I'll pay it forward, man. Like Chop's got to look out for Chop. Like getting that out there in the world is huge. Like that's nice. Didn't even do a lockpick for that. Yeah, I know, right? That one worked out pretty good. He was mad that I fucked his car up and jumped out and got himself into a pickle. But I love putting that out there, that whole, like, Chop looks out for Chop. Like, I've only been robbed at Chop once. Technically, I think technically you can rob people at the Chop shops because that area is a legal location. Like, you're doing something illegal when you're chopping a car. So technically it's an illegal area. Like, you're doing an illegal act. So there's wiggle room for, you know, theft within that space, I think. Inside the law, inside the rules of the server, because like technically, it's you know, it's all illegal shit, right? But very rarely do people ever actually rob anybody at the Chop, because and watch me say this now, and it's gonna happen now. Watch, but like the fact that Chop. Every time I've ever engaged in conversation with someone at the Chop, they've always been super helpful. Like, yeah, what car are you looking for? Oh, okay. Normally you can find that around, like, everybody's really eager to help each other find a car. Or, like, do you need to ride back over towards, I can give you a ride over to some cars if you need, like, type of shit. Like, very, very, very common in the Chop space, which is why it's one of my favorite things to do. Because I'd like to believe that a certain amount of that is me, too. Because don't get me twisted. More than once when I've not been recording, I've like pulled up on somebody. Hey, you need me to drive you to a car, brother? No worries, man. Chop looks out for Chop. I say that to everybody I can. Chop looks out for Chop, dude. Like we're all just in this to steal cars, you know. There's no bad guys here, dude. We're all on the same team, type shit. We're on team Chop the car. That's a cool goddamn car, man. Shit. I like the color. That's like a gold color he has. It's sick. He's not driving very fast, but I wouldn't either. That car's really shiny and pretty. I would take care of that car. But yeah, not everything has to be adversarial. Like, you get caught handshaking, they steal your drugs, and they don't ever handshake over here again. And, like, you know, all the other stuff, you're robbing a convenience store. Fucking, you have to grab a hostage and, like, ruin somebody's day. Like, Chop's very much, you know, hands off, you know? You're not hurting anybody. You can't chop other people's cars. So, it's like, there's no part of this that negatively affects other people on the server, really, you know? It's just a fun activity to do. Chase a car down, drive it across the city. Plus, you get to try all the different cars. I'm a big fan of Chop just for that reason. Just like, you want to know what kind of cars you like in the city, what kind of cars that drive in a way that, like, everybody has their own, you know. Ooh, a Zion. I don't love Zions. Those are pretty nondescript. I can find a Zion. I bet you I can find a Zion. I'll leave it. I like how much Cavallade. I mean, it's safe to say I've driven a healthy amount of the cars in the city at this point, just from doing Chop. All right, we're going to go up the hill. We're going to see if they can get the buggy up there. If we can get the buggy up there, I'm going to go back over to the trailer park and see about the bagger again. And then if we don't see the bagger over there, we're just going to head we're going to head down to Harmony. You know what? I might take the Harmony trip. If I can get a car up here, I'll take the Harmony trip and see about a Seminole. They're usually pretty common in the parking lots in Harmony down there. So we'll do Harmony for Seminole. If we don't see one, we'll do the bagger. Assuming there's a car up here. And there is. Let's go. Nice. Ooh, it's got gas. It's actually got gas. Come on. Ooh, Seminole. I have less success. This car can't ram anything. This little Volkswagen. I have less success with the cars that are driving than I do with the ones that are parked. So let me just make sure there's no. I don't think there's a parked Seminole around here. Plus, Seminole goes all the way down to the docks. I don't want to go all the way down to the docks right now. Part of me thinks maybe just look for the bagger again. Enough time has passed. I'm out of here. Good luck with the rest of your chops. Thank you, brother. Have a good day, dog. Thanks for stopping by, pal. Appreciate you. Was that guy just driving a bagger? God damn it. Damn it. There's no bagger there. Ah, son of a bitch. That's not good. If I hadn't slowed down, I'd have crushed that guy. See how this Volkswagen can't hit good? That was a Serrano. Or Seminole, rather. I can't bop with this thing. It's not strong enough to bop, dude. Such a bummer. It's not even really that good off-road. Oh, there she is right there. Nice. When they're moving, it's much more difficult. Yeah, it can't push anything around. It's not strong enough, dude. Oh, is that the habanero? It is, right? Yeah. What am I thinking? Why did I think that was a Serrano, maybe? Well, would you look at that? A Seminole parked up just perfect for me. It's like they knew I was coming. There's your chop car. Yeah, you mean the one I'm chopping? Yeah, crazy. Or the one I'm picking? Yeah, crazy, right? Dumbass. Where were you on that one, you dumbass? That was a cool green color. What the fuck? I was trying to see that green station wagon. That was a cool station wagon and a cool green color. Pretty dope. I wish there was a way on this server to make like a really stupid derp car really fast. Like, no matter what you do with a bullshit station wagon, it'll never drive fast, right? Because it's a bullshit station wagon. I wish there was a way to, like, take a bullshit station wagon and be like, no, I want this piece of shit car, but I want it to be able to perform like a really good car. Like, go to a mechanic and be like, can we put a bigger engine in for, like, a dumb amount of money, you know? Like, I want a fucking, you know, eight-cylinder, blah, blah, blah. I don't know anything about engines, but, like, I want a big donkey super... Damn, there's that station wagon again. I want a big, cool fucking station wagon, or I want a big, cool engine dropped into my, you know, old school, Oldsmobile looking ass, Chrysler looking ass station wagon. You know, my, what do they call it? The Christmas vacation, or not Christmas, yeah, the vacation station wagon, you know, Chevy Chase station wagon. I want one of those, but like with a huge engine in it, so it's super fast. Like, I wish that was a thing. That'd be really cool. Holy smokes, man. It's a beautiful tractor, Bubba. Is that a local or is that a dude? I can't even tell. Yeah, like stay in like that apartment right there or something. Or like something over there by the something over here by the chili dog place or whatever. Like I'm not opposed to that either. Like maybe I live in this place right here. Like right there, hotel laundry entrance. Like that's like a apartment building. Live right by the hot dog place. I don't know where the nearest parking lot is, but it's weird. It doesn't. I just looked up at my at my OBS, my Streamlabs on my other screen. I just realized I've been at it 3 hours and 20 minutes. It does not feel like it's been 3 hours and 20 minutes. I've been kind of just in it today, you know? It's been a few days since I really played video games. I've been doing so many other things, you know, vacation and all. Just taking care of so many other things that, like, I haven't really had a ton of time for video games. Just trying to, you know, milk these 2.5, 3 weeks for all they're worth. So, but man, I feel like I haven't even started playing today, and I'm at 3 hours and 20 minutes. Is that one of my bro? Let's go. Is that like a Serrano or something? I hope that's still there when I come back. Dilettante. I wrote that one down, but honestly, that's going to be right outside. The Dilettante is the security car. So, like, right over this first trailer should be the security car. Where's the security car at? I guess I'll just grab one of these cars over here. I thought the security guard would be around, but I do not see him. That was a weird pattern. All right, let's go see if that Serrano's still on the railroad track road. Yes. It's still there. Perfect. Perfect. This goes to the docks, too. Let's go. Poached? Poached? Somebody was trying to take this to docks and crashed out in it, I think. Poached? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Plus, this puts me down at the docks again for another chance at the dilettante, which is not a bad thing. In fact, if I see it down here, I'm going to smash it before I park this thing. I don't see it down here, though. Huh. Whoa. Yeah, I don't mind a Rapid GT. Honestly, I'm going to re-roll the Coquette. I'm sick of looking for that Coquette. Comet better. That guy was at the wrong shop. That guy just brought a Comet to the... Look at... Or no, yeah, he just brought a... Coquette's gone. What did I just get for the Coquette? Crap, I've already forgot it. Comet. It was a Comet. Okay. Some people wouldn't steal this car, but I don't give a hoot. I'll steal whatever ain't bolted down. I don't want to run any farther than I have to. I'll take me a big old truck. I don't give a shit. Come on. Good Lord. That's crazy. That's a Zion. It's a convertible Zion.
Always gotta
Alrighty, this goes to Sandy. Ooh, you know what we should do? Let's go up to Mirror Park. We'll get a repair on this thing because it's bent in pretty good. I kicked those wheels right in. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if I'm just chopping it, but I'm not even gonna repair it. Who gives a shit? I'm chopping the car, right? Why would I repair it? The car's gonna be a cube as soon as it gets to Sandy. I guess I'm just so used to like having cars in good condition. I keep my cars in good condition. I don't get mine all bumped up and banged up. But this car's just got to get to Sandy, so it's fine. We got plenty of gas. We're in good shape. Does look like it's trying to be a nice day today. Finally. It was raining all morning, dude. It's starting to get nice outside. I'm hoping the next couple days are really nice. Today, at some point today, I get my chair. My Adirondack chair is being delivered from Amazon. Bro, I'm gonna have to build it, but I'm gonna build it, dude. I'm a good builder. I got this Adirondack chair to sit out in my patio in the backyard. I got a beautiful backyard fenced in, privacy, trees, and well taken care of lawn, and I put a bird feeder out there that I got blue jays and shit that come in my yard sometimes and eat off the bird feeder. Oh, just sitting out there with a few beers or like a tequila, a tequila drink or something, a spiked lemonade, if you will. Oh, come on. I still got the week, you know. I still got till next Tuesday basically on my vacation, so I'm just hoping for a stretch of sunny days in a row. I want to get some sun, you know. Get a little tan going if I can. I mean, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing it with we have a weird little like bench that was here when we moved into the house that was in the front yard that we've since moved into the backyard, which is fine. It's a perfectly nice little bench, but I mean, I want a personal chair, like a nice, relaxing, comfortable chair. I've been benching it, but I want a super, Seminole again. Easy peasy. This car can bump. This car can womp somebody, dude. This guy's got jams. This one. Turns out it doesn't need them. There's a Seminole right there. I'm going to drop off my cash before I grab it, but... I got a bulletproof vest and all kinds of sick shit. Bro, come on. I got bulletproof vest and shit. Let me get that Seminole real quick. Up in this life. Yeah, I'm pretty good at chop. I'm not. Listen, I'm no Luigi. Luigi's that dude. I see that guy constantly. There's a guy that dresses like Luigi Mario, and he's got the green and the overalls, the whole thing. It's great. And he goes, "Yeah, it's a going." He says that to people when they talk to him. But I've seen that Luigi Mario guy at the chop a dozen times, and I'm always like, "What's up, Luigi?" He goes, "What's it going?" Like with that weird accent, you know. He can chop. That motherfucker, I think, is top of the list on chop for the city. I'm pretty sure. But I would say I'm pretty good at chop. I don't think I'm on the list, but I'm pretty good at chop, dude. Like, my ability to find cars and stuff is pretty high. I know where cars hang out. I'm familiar with most of the cars, like, name-wise and stuff. Like, in-city names, you know? Should I grab this one? Fuck it. Why not, right? Feltzer. Oh, come on, dude. All right, well, now I have 5 at the Sandy. I don't know if I even needed to have more at the Sandy. I couldn't help myself. I had enough points. I did it. I couldn't help myself. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't think that through. I should have left those points for the cushion that those points provide, you know? Like when I can re-roll stuff. Now I can't re-roll anything over there, but whatever. Sometimes I don't think things all the way through. I don't know what to tell you. The only way to be more efficient chopping cars is to shoot people out of their cars if you see them. I don't shoot anybody out of their cars. Like I think I'm as efficient as you can be at chopping cars without using a gun. That's what I would say. Because if I used a gun, I could be way more efficient. Like every time I see a car, I could just pull up and shoot the driver, take the car. Like I could speed up the whole process doing that for sure. But I'm not the guy with a gun, so. As far as the versions of this without a gun, I'm top notch, I think. I'm gonna put this in brake fluid into the glove box of this car. I just don't need it. I don't want to have to carry it around. But yeah, my day is complete. I could just keep chopping and chopping and chopping. I might, but I'll probably end the recording here in a second because I wouldn't mind like listening to a podcast, turning some Spotify on or something, hearing myself talk. You know, I can only do that for so long before I get sick of my own voice. But I do feel like I'm making up some ground, you know, over the last, week or so. I mean, 2 weeks really that I haven't been playing, streaming, recording anything. I feel like I've lost a little bit of in-city ground, so I'm just trying to make that ground up. Okay, so Dilettante, Comet. What's my fourth car at the docks? I don't even know. Either way, I got 5 at Sandy now. Jesus. All right, well, guys, I think I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna put myself up on the flower ledge like I like. I think I'm gonna call it here for the day. I'll probably end up playing a little bit more before the night is over, but for right now, I think this is where I'll leave you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you got all the way to the end, hit the like button, the subscribe button, all the buttons. Tell a friend, leave a comment. I don't know, whatever the hell the algorithm wants. Who knows what that evil monster wants these days.